Alright. Give a second for everyone to load in. Hello, everybody! So I'll get into it when we kind of get into it, but, I've been wanting to do, like, death battle-based content that's not just the super high-effort death notes, or the super low-effort just watching it. Which we are gonna watch. We are also going to watch it today, which is funny, because I was sick for 2 full fucking weeks, so we didn't get to watch Deku versus Miles Morales when that came out. But yeah, I have assorted. Let me look. I think it's 36, 37. Different matchups, and the two incredibly unbiased and very smart and intelligent people we have here of Miniature Matthew and Sonia Fior will be judging them.
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce 2 other people.
There will also actually be a little bit of chat interaction too. We'll get to that when we get to it, but yeah. There is a thing, assuming it works, which it should, that will allow a little bit of chat being able to join in. So that in mind, like I said though, we missed Deku versus Miles Morales, so we're gonna watch that real quick. It's been a hot second since we've talked about it, since it was announced to be the next episode, but what were y'all's thoughts on this announcement?
I mean, I get it. The matchup, I get it, but I just never feel good about 2 heroes matchup.
Yeah, these are also a couple of it's harder to kind of justify this type characters too. I don't understand how Miles Morales is supposed to function in this hypothetical. Is also like the other first thing I thought. Like, I don't know comics, and it always comes down to in comics, like, secretly they do unbelievable shit I never even imagined. But like, MHA truly goes places. So like,
yeah.
Souls gets, like, the souls of the superhero powers get stolen. I found that out last time.
yeah.
Yeah, that is, like, apparently, like, Miles Morales does get into some, like, real horse piss in the comics, especially recently, but obviously I know who's won this, so I'm gonna try and keep as quiet as possible on that, I guess, but yeah, let's just get into it. Actually, let me move that real quick. Now, we're not gonna watch a full episode, we're just watching the
Yeah.
actual fight, because, like, in groups, I am a proponent of watching the analysis portions, just because, like, especially if you don't know the characters, but yeah.
We both kind of know the guys.
That, and also
Yeah.
just when you get down to it, the draw is the animation parts. Which I will say, this was animated by Moro. The person who
That's
did
good stuff.
Shigaraki versus Mahito and Bowser versus Eggman in the past. Also does Indie Cross, which if you haven't watched Indie Cross, you should watch Indie Cross.
Indie
but
Cross
yeah.
is quite good.
Notably, this is also his first 3D outing.
Oh.
But yeah.
man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson,
You're like Mickey.
don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware! Smash!
Let's try that one more time. Guess who?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
That word.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
Doesn't get that.
I guess.
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta do my own thing.
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Saito. Death Face!
Go beyond! Ultra!
You kill the man, Deku. Deku, you kill the man.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
So yeah, for as much as my bitching before this episode came out, I do think they handled the ending, like, reasonably as best as they could have.
Yeah, I guess. It
Like,
was, it was still good.
It being an accident and them not, like, drawing on it like they did in, say, like, Tanjiro versus Jonathan, I think is, like, it's the best they could have done. Like, it's still very contrived, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it's a flaw in the concept, not the execution, you know?
You truly were the Incredible Spider-Man number 44. Limited edition, first print.
Yeah, like, it was well animated. I think he did a good job. Is it he or they?
Yeah, Moro is a he, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked great. Visually stunning as always. No idea how Moro gets animations looking this good in the time frame that he makes them.
Yeah,
Some sort of
real.
wizard.
Especially for the first 3D outing. Pretty
Yeah, I
good.
will say, visually speaking, I think this is probably Moro's best.
Yeah.
This is so true, you guys.
Yeah, plot too. Oh. Why was there a white man here?
That's ReactBot. He'll pop up from time to time.
What did he even say? I couldn't even hear what he said.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I think, like, also, like, choreography-wise, like, it's also probably his best in terms of, compared to his other two, being Mahito versus Shigaraki and Bowser versus Eggman. That being said, despite all that, I do still think it's his weakest episode thus far.
It's nothing. It's just it's hard to do. It's just hard to get these guys to fight to their death because they're both good boys, you know.
Well, not only that, but and granted, this might not even be Moro's fault,
Yeah.
but the sound design in this fight was pretty weak. The biggest example I have is this moment here.
Beyond!
Like,
Ah.
well, that too, but also the fuck. What's supposed to be obviously this big finishing attack is very low impact.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's-
kind of was surprised that that's the part where Miles died, you know?
It's just
Yeah.
kind of like a bunch of thuds.
Yeah.
And, like, I think the intention was supposed to be because the whole thing with Miles' suit is it is a vibranium suit and it's supposed to absorb hits. So the idea is Miles dies via his suit being too overloaded, effectively.
Yeah, he blow up.
Yeah. But yeah, the actual hits never felt like they had very much impact on them.
Yeah. I did feel like that as well. Yeah. Like there was a couple of punches at the start where I was like, it's framed well, it just doesn't really feel like there's a punch happening. Does that make sense?
Also, yeah, again, this isn't really Moro's fault. The writing is very silly. Like, I wouldn't say it's, like, outright, like, bad in terms of, like, some of the other real bad dialogue we've had in the past.
There's a lot of filler dialogue. A lot of, like... There was a lot of...
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
like-
reference.
But, I mean, like, half of what they said was just kind of like a... Wow, you're a cool guy.
Yeah.
This is a sick move you did. It just, like...
Yeah.
Stuff that doesn't... It's not, like, bad, but it's
Yeah.
not, like, anything. It's just, like, why is it there? And that was... There's kind of a little too much of that, I think.
Yeah, like I guess they really wanted to make it so the guys didn't seem like they hated each other, but it's still a death battle.
Yeah, it was a... I don't want to say overcorrection per se, but... Also, Deku's voice was also a choice. Blackjack Attack, that's just how he sounds in the dub. Like, I'll be totally
Why
real.
does he
This
sound
is...
like Mickey?
This is just how Deku sounds like in the English voice acting.
Okay, that's fair, but he just, like, the first line he said, I was like, why the fuck is Mickey Mouse just, like, yeah.
Yeah, I will say the very first line in this particular video was that was an extremely Mickey Mouse coded delivery. I do agree with that.
Right? Yeah. And I'm not trying to insult the fan voice artist, because like voice actor, that's the word I'm looking for. Because if that's how the dub's supposed to sound like, then he did a good job. But why the fuck does Deku sound like Mickey?
But yeah. Like I said, I think it's probably Moro's worst episode, but like, again, Moro's worst episode is comparable to like the worst Metal Gear episode in Death Battle.
Yeah.
Like, the worst Metal Gear episode is still pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good food. It's not fantastic food, you know?
That being said, we are going to do the rating for this.
I mean,
I think the way I'd put it is, if this was the first death battle I'd ever seen, it was good enough that it would make me want to get invested and watch more. Like, it passes that quality threshold, I think, which, like...
Yeah.
I think that's, like, kind of an important event horizon.
Sure, yeah.
For various reasons. And it at the very least gets there.
Guess where?
just like to that point where it's good
Yeah.
enough that I think it would make people want to engage with Death Battle rather than bounce off of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's just where I would put it. I think 7 out
Yeah.
of 10 is exactly right.
And that makes me feel happy because now we have one in every single spot past 6.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
There you
what
go.
do you think, Cole Buddy?
I gave it an 8 out of 10, but granted, the one, I always say this, the one episode on this list that, besides Ghost Rider vs. Spawn, personally, the one episode on this list that I probably disagree with the most is probably still Joker vs. Giorno.
I think it would be interesting to go back to it at some point, just because, like, I think that's the first time as a group we ever collectively voted on one, and I think
yeah, I think so too.
now
yeah.
it's a lot of hindsight. It's not that like anyone's explicitly said anything, but like I feel like we've more kind of stabilized our metrics for how we judge stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest problems with Joker vs. Giorno is just 90% of the animation is Joker getting fucking dog walked.
And you say that's a bad thing.
Well, like, when one person in the animation barely fucking does anything, yeah, I think that's a criticism.
No, I'm being a little shit, but you're totally right.
Cause yeah, I mean, Joker does get one of the coolest moments in the fight, which is the fucking checkmate at the end line and shooting Sinful Shell, but that being said, Bad Sonia, I promised you a secret thing that I was very coy about and never told you what it actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just opt into stuff. I don't really think about it too hard.
Uh-oh.
I know these two characters. I know who they
Ugh,
are.
I hate adulting.
So
I want Chucky to win. I'm blaming Chuck. I want Chucky. Chucky is my vote.
this came across my feed a while ago. This is a 5.5-minute animation, made in SFM, obviously.
Chucky's my boy. Come on, Chucky, kill that guy.
Of a just completely full-ass fan death battle episode done by one guy.
You could absolutely, use the Dead by Daylight models.
I guarantee you that's the models they used. Maybe not the Springtrap model, depending on how long
Yeah,
this
it depends
took,
on
but...
when this was made, yeah.
So with that in mind, obviously, you know, still, like, you can still criticize it and all that. I have my own criticisms of it, which we'll get into when we actually watch it. But, yeah, just keep in mind, like, this was done by one person.
Yeah. Also cool.
Of course.
Jump scare. Alright, Chucky, smoke this fraud.
Do it, Chucky! If Chucky loses, this is a terrible video. No, that does look like the Dead by Daylight one.
The Chucky model is definitely the Dead by Daylight
I'm
model.
Chucky, and I'm
Yeah.
your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
I think that's probably just regular for now.
Yeah, one of
I mean,
the
it definitely works.
yeah, fucking multitude of 3 models Springtrap has.
Dead man!
What the hell happened to you?
Fascinating. what you have become.
You sound like Hannibal Lecter. You're mine, asshole!
That's just the Dead by Daylight words. Wait, Dead by Daylight.
I mean, yeah, this is all like reused audio and shit.
No, that's fantastic. That's a good way to do it.
Take this! Yeah! Son of a bitch! Got something for you, pisshead! What the hell? Aye, aye!
Your time is up.
Oh, he's fine.
Can't keep a good guy down. You fuck with the truck and you die!
What the fuck?
Springtrap has a lot of bullshit.
Just my luck.
The multiplying factors is also fun to me. Hi, Iris.
Let's see how many times you can be pulled apart and put back together again.
Hi, my name is Larry. Hi, my name is Polly. Hey, wanna play? Hey, wanna play? I like to be hugged.
Gotcha!
Oh.
Just stay down already. Don't fuck with the Chuck. Ade beaucoup, Gambella. Give me all the power I beg of you!
Let's go.
This is apparently something from the novels.
You may not recognize me at first,
Folklore.
but I assure you, that's still me.
Just die already!
Why isn't this funny? I love that. It's stupid.
You don't run from the Chuck!
Springtrap has magic, basically, yeah.
I mean, Chucky also has magic.
Yeah. Also, yeah, they swap bodies. That's Chucky's thing.
Yeah, Chucky's like entirely is like stuck in a doll and he wants to be a real person.
I am here to claim his love. Bittersweet, but a pity.
Yeah, somehow wizard fight. Yeah, kind of. So yeah,
It's stupid, I love it.
I mean,
10 out of 10.
That was pretty good.
yeah,
Honestly.
for like the biggest criticism I have is like around in the middle, it's very fucking dark.
So dark. I actually started to move the like the video around on my monitor to try
Yeah,
and see it better.
the lighting was way too goddamn dark. But yeah, for one person doing this, I think it's very fun.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. I like that. Like I comment on it, but I sincerely love that they just took voice quotes from like
Yeah.
Chucky from different things. I'm just
Yeah, it's
excited I know
charming.
what it's from. I don't know who Springtrap has those lines from.
Uh,
But
from Ultimate Custom Night or whatever it's called.
oh my
Pizza
god,
Sim-
that's so funny.
Pizza Simulator or something like that. I think he speaks in that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was the music original for this, or was it pulled from something else?
The music was from Wolf. It was a commission track of Springtrap vs. Chucky.
Oh, so
Gotcha.
that's yeah.
I don't know if
good.
this is
Like-
the person who commissioned it, but
Like, they did like a lot of style parody of the Living Tombstone, who was like that one guy who did 400,000 Five Nights at
Yes.
Freddy's remixes and like built their career off of it. So I thought that was a nice touch in the music. Like it was very clearly kind of what they were going for.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that one of the reference tracks was explicitly from the Living Tombstones.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's I think it's very neat that we're getting like fan animations of this quality
Yeah.
from just
Yeah.
regular ass people.
Yeah, the only like criticism I would have is because we didn't have the explanation part, which is fair. That would be even more to produce. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what is Freddy doing? You know, not Freddy, Springtrap. I always
Yeah,
call him
he's
Freddy.
got there's this thing called agony or something, a remnant in fucking the FNAF
FNAF has a magic
extended
system.
media. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, that's great, but everything that happened that Chucky did was basically in the first movie. You could probably watch just one movie and be like, yeah, okay, Tiffany is not from the first movie, but like most of the stuff you can just
Yeah,
be like, okay, I
like
get it."
Tiffany, probably the fact that like how many clones Chucky has, or extra bodies Chucky has, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's obviously a lot more simple to get into
Yeah.
than the
Then-
fucking FNAF magic system.
And yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. He's just making like green ghosts appear, and I mean it was cool, but why was there like a wolf as well?
Yeah, the wolf is apparently from the novels. The like hallucinations you have in 3 of like fucking withered animatronics are like
Yeah.
canonically fucking Springtrap messing with you, apparently.
Yeah, something like that.
This is why I want fucking like Springtrap on Death Battle, because
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's. What was that?
William Afton is like functionally a warlock.
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit.
that's kind of what it is. And like when you look at FNAF through that framing of like a shitty warlock suddenly got involved with like some podunk pizza franchise and just decided it was his base of operation. Like it does up the charm of the setting
Yeah.
of Five Nights at Freddy's quite a bit if you buy in from that direction.
Yeah. I just don't know where any of this came from. As someone who played only a couple of the games, I'm like, when did this happen? I am gonna quickly be right back though.
Yeah. I'm just pulling up the actual PowerPoint, which has all the things in it, because that is the only way I figured out how to do this. That being said, chat, this is gonna go like, it's gonna be a little awkward for chat versus the people in call, just because of the way this whole thing is set up. But because unfortunately this has to go in order and the PowerPoint is randomized, but and let me pin that.
Should I click on this?
No, you're gonna get a different link.
Okay.
You're gonna get just the
Yeah.
regular ass tier maker.
Gotcha. For like disclosure to the chat, I have no idea what the fuck Kobuddy is up to right now. I don't remember what we're doing.
Oh.
We've kicked this can down the road for like a month, so I don't like remember exactly what our mission statement is, but I'm like whole ass into it. Whatever we're doing, I'm
Yeah,
jumping in.
the whole thing is we're gonna be or at least y'all are, because obviously I have my own thoughts on all these, and there's a reason for that. But y'all are gonna be judging these matchups.
Ah, okay. You know, like reading the categories you've given me really helps me understand.
Yes, so as chat can probably see, based on the tier maker, these are not like numbered or like letter grade tiers. These are whether or not your opinion you think they should happen effectively.
And then there's just like a D tier. There's just a D
there's
at the bottom.
Oh, is there?
D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. There's not there for me, but
You know.
but yeah, the actually, you know what? Let me pull this up on stream just so everyone can see.
So are these all hypotheticals? Like, are these things that have not
Correct.
actually happened? Okay.
These are all matchups that have yet to happen. And you know, maybe never will. Who knows? But yeah, these are the categories of which we are judging them. Surprised it hasn't happened already. Obviously a lot of these are kind of self-explanatory, but like, you know, a matchup that makes a lot of fucking sense and that kind of thing should probably happen / I dig it. This is sort of like, maybe you're not they're together because you can either, you know, really enjoy the idea of the matchup, or maybe you're not totally into the idea of the matchup, but you understand why it should happen. 50-50, that's just, you could go either way. Then nah, I'm good.
I'm saving the accidental D tier as like as an emergency switch I get to press once if I want to get it in a matchup, like into hell. Like I'm utilizing the D tier as a secret super hell. Buddy.
Yes.
I want a point of clarification, and it's very convenient because the first matchup on the list in the top left, like Adachi versus Yoshikage, I am not surprised it hasn't happened yet, but I'm like, I think it's peak. So like,
well, you know what? I will.
Like, I'm emotionally in the highest tier on it, but like, I also understand very practical reasons why it hasn't happened. So I want just to clarify: is the idea like strength of emotion here, or very literally one that for all metrics I am surprised it hasn't happened yet?
I would say probably go for emotion first.
Okay. Because like for me, there's a very boring answer to a lot of why some of these might not have happened, even though I want to watch them very badly personally. So I'll go by the spirit of the tier list and not like the functional. They do get to crunch numbers about how many people give a shit about these franchises before they make an episode answer, which kind of like lurks in the corner of all analysis. So really my question is, can I just safely kind of throw that part of the analysis away and just go in on the rest of it?
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
All right, sick.
But yeah, actually, hold on. I need to pull up some music because I'm just talking in fucking silence at the moment.
Let's not be in a void. I like to be.
But yeah, I don't really have when we talked about doing this, and I don't admittedly have a real like structure for this, I guess is the best
Yeah,
way to
we can make
describe
that
it. I don't. Oh my god, that's so loud.
And I can't even hear it.
So it
None of
is.
these words are in the Bible.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, Reactbot just came up.
Uh,
But yeah, so I guess we kind of like just sort of discuss what you like and don't like this idea, this conceptual matchup.
are we just like going full hog? Can we just get to talk, or?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, maybe later I'll figure out a structure for this, but this being the first one, I'm just kind of spitballing right now.
No, you're
Hell
valid.
yeah.
I just wanted to double check if there was anything that you wanted to do it. I don't know much about JoJo, but I know that this guy to the right is a serial killer. So
Yeah.
And he likes hands. I do know that, right?
Congratulations, you've hit the important check boxes on Yoshikage Kira. from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, he's a serial killer and he likes hands. Honestly, that's like the important two parts, and the rest is like storytelling, right?
Yeah. And
Like-
I know who this guy to the left is, because, I played Persona. But I almost called him a Akechi instead of Adachi. That's why I was too scared to say his name out loud. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, Adachi was a pretty good twist villain. And he is a serial killer. Shocking.
Yeah, the whole through line for these characters is they're both small town serial killers, basically.
Yeah, makes sense. I feel like this matchup makes sense. They also, modern day, kind of fantasy vibes. I don't know if you would call JoJo fantasy in the traditional sense.
I would. I would call JoJo like fantasy over almost any other like subgenre.
Yeah. So like it makes sense.
Yeah, and like I think an interesting thing about these two is that they're almost unintentionally like direct foils of each other in terms of like their role in the story, because they're both serial killers, but like they operate on a very different emotional axis from each other. Because
Yes.
Kira is in it for the love of the game, and like Adachi is the exact opposite. He's
Adachi's
just like
just
a
fucking
number one
bored.
hater. He's just hater mode. Everything sucks, and so he's just doing shit. He doesn't actually really care all that much about killing people. It's just kind of like a means to an end because he sucks. Kira deeply is invested in it. Like, it's his 9 to 5. Like, this is the shit he cares about. He goes to his job for like the dude whose life he is stealing, and he comes home and he kicks off his shoes and he goes to his gross little fingernail closet and goes, God, I wish I was serial killing right now. What the fuck? So like, it's a good matchup. Like, I think this is a good one. I also like both of these franchises a lot. So this is like very laser targeted to like my bias. So it's gonna be hard for me to be objective about this one.
For sure.
That's an extra question.
yeah.
Who would you want to win?
I think
In your heart.
I
It
don't-
doesn't matter about stats.
in my heart I think I would not like either of these men to take a W under any circumstance for any reason. But I will choose Adachi because I did play him in the fighting game, and he had the most fucked up punish super that's ever been in a fighting game ever. And I do mean literally any fighting game. It is the number one best one. It is fully invulnerable, hits full screen, starts up in 6 frames, and is plus on block.
So yeah, I will say, one of the reasons this may not happen in the future. I will say this, it's a very popular matchup. The main issue with it that people describe it as is that is effectively Joker versus Giorno, but Giorno doesn't have Gold Experience Requiem.
Okay.
So
I guess that makes sense. 'cause
it
they're
is
both
very
wild cards.
one-sided in Adachi's favor in terms of like the debatability. Now if you're someone like me who doesn't care about the debatability of matchups, you know, that goes by the wayside if you just want to see the crossover aspect.
Yeah.
But some people do, as like much as I don't care about it, like that is an aspect.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of what Death Battle is in some ways, is figuring out who wins.
And like really all Yoshikage has in this matchup is Bites the Dust, a stand power that infamously lost to a elementary school child that didn't have a stand.
Oh.
So like that's like his big I can do anything about Magetsu Izanagi kind of pull. And like I do need to stress that like a tiny baby child who has not read A Tale of Two Cities yet fucking murks him over the course of like 3 or 4 chapters. So like it is a tough one for inverse Quentin Tarantino. He's not doing great.
Inverse Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he loves hands.
I know I got. No, trust me, man. I got it. Oh yeah, Sonia. I don't think you were here when I talked about it, but did you click the tier maker?
Yes, I have
Okay.
the tier maker up.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. If
I
you were-
also had the list of D tier.
Yeah. The list obviously does like the tier does kind of spoil like everything. And as I said for chat, unfortunately chat can't like vote along with us because the slides are randomized and
Oh, okay.
the tier maker, the live tier maker has to go in order, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one I like a lot. I will say too, assuming we do more of these, each one of these sessions will actually have a theme to them, and we'll see if y'all can guess the theme. But yeah, next one is Nero from Don't May Cry versus Hellboy.
Okay.
Man, this shot of Nero, like, this man's all chinned up. They're both all chinned up. That's probably why they use these in particular.
So, okay, I will say this. I did actually make all of these thumbnails.
Oh,
you did?
Kobuddy, you were so right for this one, is what I'm saying.
I just kind of pulled a random Nero render.
But it's like these are
thumbnails are
chin
really
boys, so
Like, legit, these thumbnails you've done are very good then.
yeah.
Yeah, I made literally all these. But yeah, the sort of, I mean, the through line is kind of obvious. They're demon hunters with funny arms is kind of the main thing.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know much about Hellboy other than this monkey's got a gun.
That monkey did have a gun though.
And that's all I really know about him. I know that, like, he's really cool, like, legit. But I just haven't gone around to reading any of the stuff that is in it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same place of not knowing too much about Hellboy,
Mhm.
which makes it harder for me to be, like, extremely invested in this. Just due to, I don't know enough
Sure, for sure.
to really be able, like, it's kind of, like, my head's straight for the 50-50 just on, like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to have a different take when I just don't know enough about one side.
I will fully admit, part of the reason why I do like this matchup is pretty much solely because I do really like Nero, and I want to see Devil May Cry on the show more.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, like,
Nero is a good little boy.
he's a good little boy who swears a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, more Devil May Cry on the show is just very good.
I'm sure he's a good little boy that has a monkey with a gun.
But yeah, like, it's Devil May Cry is a series that can obviously lends itself obviously very well to these kinds of animations, I feel, with just how like over the top they are. But yeah, sounds like y'all are both pretty much slamming this in a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, regrettably.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know a character, like, obviously that's one thing, like,
Yeah.
if it became an actual episode, that'd be one thing, because obviously, hey, then you learn about the character. But,
we're not haters, we just don't know them.
Yeah. But, yeah. The Spy TF2 versus Agent 47.
This would be kind of funny. I would enjoy watching this one.
Yeah, I think they could generate a very good episode out of this matchup.
Yeah.
It would be so very different than it would be similar, very similar to like Snake versus Sam in a way, where it's a lot more focused on the kind of stealth aspects of these two characters, and then you also have they're both masters of disguise. They can both transform into anyone.
Yeah, I'm into it. I dig it.
Yeah, I think, like, I'm glad we did this in this order because this has really helped me quantify how I want to approach the two upper tiers. Like,
Yeah.
I think this one, I think, like, surprised it hasn't happened yet to me kind of more means this is a matchup that, like, genuinely it seems like this is something that I would fully believe they would just do on the main show, and I'm surprised that they
Yeah.
like, literally, I'm surprised this hasn't popped up yet. And, like,
Yeah.
So
this would fall in there, and, like, Adachi Yoshikage is, I want to see that, but, like, I know why.
So I will say, this is one that showed up during the ballot, which was the first the first community-driven poll they did to decide what the next matchup was gonna be, or what a matchup in the next season was gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them, I won't lie.
Yeah, 3D, because they were split between a 2D episode and a 3D episode. 3D had this, Kratos versus Asura, which came in second again, which is very funny. This Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer, which did end up winning. I think it had the Lego Movie protagonist versus Steve from Minecraft.
It's peak.
And I think Illidan from World of Warcraft versus Zhao from Genshin Impact. And Deathwing from World of Warcraft versus King Ghidorah was the last one on there.
Who's King Ghidorah from?
Godzilla.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, no, this was actually my vote for the 3D, for the 3D episode. I voted knowing it probably wasn't gonna win, but
Sometimes you just gotta follow your heart, and I respect that.
that's what I did. That's actually what I did for another one of these matchups, which I'll talk about when we get to it, but
I do feel like this is a matchup kind of built for mainstream death battle. And I know it's insane to say mainstream death battle, but you know what I mean. Like, the main
The
line...
ones that will get the clicks.
Yeah, like the official channel that like this is an episode that would generate clicks and would fit into the format very well.
Mhm.
So I am actually kind of genuinely surprised that this wasn't a real one.
Yeah, well, here's hoping. Because, yeah, like I said, it's one I like. Next up is Metal Sonic versus, speaking of Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla. Specifically Kiryu, not the bad one.
Hear you.
Yes,
Godzilla?
there's two different Mecha Godzillas.
I don't know anything about Godzilla. I was waiting for, the next episode to come out to learn everything about Godzilla.
He's big. Mechagodzilla is big and a Godzilla that's a machine. And like for the context of this death battle, that is actually all that really matters.
Pretty much,
Like,
yeah, kinda. Also,
he has various flavors of beams and like kaiju stuff or whatever, but that is like to be expected. All that really matters here is he's large robotic Godzilla that's bad, and Metal Sonic is robotic Sonic that's bad, and they
Carried
want
the
to bash
team
these
for
action
Eggman.
figures together.
Yeah. And absolutely carried Eggman's team.
a little bit, yeah. Which
hard
Metal
carry.
Sonic? It would probably just be the like main series one, like games and IDW. Yeah, this one.
Regretfully, I don't know much about either, but I can see it.
This is like someone's deranged hear me out, but they start to explaining it to you and you're like, yeah, I think you actually, maybe you're right. I think you're actually right. Like that's kind of the feeling about this one.
Yeah.
Like fucking who? But like also they're kind of cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, this is probably not, if we do get a Metal Sonic episode, I will say this is probably the one that won't happen. Because currently I'd say the kind of most popular Metal Sonic matchup is versus Cell from Dragon Ball.
Okay. That's my okay of continue, because I'm confused.
I mean, I don't have much else to say. Like,
But why though?
That one is much. I think that's much worse of a matchup than this. Like,
I guess. Does Metal Sonic absorb other people's abilities? Is
he
that
does
what it
copy other people's abilities, yes.
is? Okay, that kind of makes more sense, I guess.
It's also the whole thing of, like, Cell having all of, like, the main fighter's DNA and all that. Like, there is a
feel
through line
Godzilla
there,
makes more
but
sense, yeah.
I mostly just prefer this because I think Sonic versus Dragon Ball is kind of a very tired matchup combination.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
done it
like-
before.
Super Sonic versus Super Saiyan Goku has been a playground argument for like 20 years.
Yup.
I just like it's uninteresting to see another like this like bad Sonic versus Cell, bad Mario versus Vegeta. Just, like, I don't know. I'm just no longer compelled by that flavor of matchup.
Yeah.
I think there's like something much more interesting about Mecha Godzilla
Okay,
being the
but
one
like,
to fight this guy.
now I do want to see Wario versus Vegeta.
Actually, yes, I would watch Wario versus Vegeta. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry my idea was accidentally a banger. I didn't mean for it to be.
I
Yeah,
will
like,
say,
I want to see that now, actually.
Wario does have a very funny pseudo-popular opponent. It's on this list, so I'll just say it. Which is Wario versus Lobo.
I think I get it, because they're both
Okay, yeah, like I'm
guys.
in.
It's a very
Yeah, I think
funny
that's funny.
idea.
Like I feel the same way about that as I do about this one that's on screen right now. Like it's the same sort of like, you know what? You're right. Let's do it.
I'm into it.
Yeah, this
I would
is
never have conceptualized this, but now that somebody else has, like, I'll buy in.
But yeah, also because since I guess we did kind of I forgot to mention it. For those in chat who are unaware, the next episode is in fact Hulk versus Godzilla. Which that's what does that even?
I can't
mean,
believe they
man?
let Hulk on to death battle.
A third time. You mean?
Are they stupid? The third time?
They might be stupid.
What's their fucking problem?
He he fought against Doomsday and lost.
Okay.
He fought against Broly and lost. So now they're gonna see if he has a chance this time.
I know that Hulk has like a Godzilla form. I watched that one episode.
Which, considering they're bringing in Godzilla Ultima into shit, we'll see if Hulk manages to go 03. But
He's
yeah,
just jobbing. Okay.
Huh?
He's just jobbing. He's okay.
but yeah, this is just kind of a fun one. Like, it's not one I'm super duper invested in, but yeah, I'd like to see it come onto the show sometime.
Yeah, I think I would imagine I'm gonna have a very large orange section of this tier list. A lot of
Yeah.
orange and off orange, probably.
This is fun to talk about, so I'm happy to hear that.
But yeah, next one is one I probably put, or not even probably, I definitely put it on here just for self-satisfaction.
Of course.
Because I
Is that
guarantee
Zagreus?
no.
Is that Zagreus? Is that
Nani?
That it is from Hades. He is from Hades. I'll give you that.
Zagreus? Guy who only knows one character from Hades. Is that Zagreus?
Is that Zagreus? No, that is specifically Prometheus from Hades 2.
Okay.
On the right, and that is Adam from Record of Ragnarok on the left.
Okay, I don't know who any of them are.
Yeah, I knew. I knew
I know
you
who
wouldn't.
Hades is, but you know.
I know who Prometheus is from book, but like
Yeah, same. But I haven't actually played much of Hades too, so I'm just like, that is Zagreus to me.
Yeah, Adam in Record of Ragnarok is in fact the biblical Adam, who fights Zeus in round 2 of the tournament series Record of Ragnarok.
is that why he's eating the apple?
Yes,
The apple
sure
that
is.
got him addicted?
He also has the Sharingan from Naruto called Divine Reflection, which
Okay.
allows him to copy any fighting style
Okay.
from his opponent. Which also ties into Prometheus, because in Hades 2, he's the Titan of Foresight, so he can see like all potential like timelines, which also kind of doesn't works out like to his negatively for him, because he sees so many timelines that he can't actually like pick which one is actually going to happen. He gets overwhelmed effectively.
Choice paralysis.
Basically, yeah.
No.
They both are also very fisticuff fighters. They both fight with fists.
Punch
but-
boys.
They are punch boys. Prometheus has a bird.
Prometheus has bird?
Prometheus
He
has
talks
a bird.
to his bird a lot in Hades too. He won't
You
stop
should show
yapping.
me the bird, and then I'll be happy.
But yeah.
You show me the bird. Come
The Hades 2 interpretation of Prometheus is kind of it's kind of based. It's like this bird ate this dude's liver for so long that eventually, like, you can only like interact with someone for so many infinite years before you're just kind of homies eventually.
It's true.
Like, you run out of things to disagree with, even if they're eating your liver. Like,
Mhm.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, they're also both like they both fight against gods, because Prometheus is an enemy in Hades 2. He's taking revenge against the gods, and Adam obviously he fights Zeus to stop humanity from dying in Record of Ragnarok. Anyway, this is my pitch to y'all to say y'all should watch Record of Ragnarok, or not watch. Don't fucking watch it. Read it. The anime is garbage.
Good to know.
it about?
What, Record of Ragnarok?
Yes.
So the whole thing is one big tournament arc of like famous powerful humans versus gods.
Okay.
So like round 1 was Lubu versus Thor, round 2 is Adam versus Zeus. The most recent round that finished was Simo Haya, the White Death versus Loki.
Okay.
Oh, it's Loki. Marvel.
Thank you, Matt. Anyway, I put this in here just to talk about these two characters. Anyway, we'll move on.
Valid.
Yeah, I
respect
mean,
that.
I'm putting it in. I'm into it, not because I particularly care, but like you seem to have a great time talking about your Blorbos, and I like support
Yeah,
that.
it's
So for
basically
me,
that.
it goes right into I'm into it.
Like, I'm into it because my friend is very happy about it. Like, how next time we watch Hulk versus Godzilla, I'm gonna be like, I don't really know anything about this guys, but Sprout's gonna be having, the time of his life.
Sprout is gonna be freaking out during the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So
Sprout
I'm-
episode for sure.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
like
I sit there and nod,
that's like the bigger episode, fucking than Master Chief versus Doomslayer. Anyway,
Marvel.
that is Vecna from Dungeons and Dragons versus Doctor
I
Doom.
thought it looked like him. I was just like, why does the guy on the left look so familiar? I don't actually know much about Vecna other than the name, and also he chases me in Dead by Daylight.
He's an ancient lich who's like the most powerful being in Dungeons and Dragons, basically.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's also like a ruler, of his kingdom and such, which taps into why like he's up against Doom. They both have like all these treasures and all these crazy fucking powers and all that.
I don't think D&D like as a system power scales to Marvel. Like the numbers don't exist to get them there.
Not really.
So this is kind of a dog walk for sure.
I have heard it's shockingly close.
I am skeptical, but I am not like whatever you say about it is just true in my eyes. Like I believe you implicitly, but like that is a surprise to hear. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, D&D characters, like, once you get, like, level 20, become literal fucking gods.
Yeah, they do become immortal, basically. Never got to level 20 in any of my campaigns, but,
Bulldog for someone horrible. But, yeah, I don't have much else to say about this one. It's just one that, like, people talk about it a lot. It even got, because, when the Kickstarter happened, there was a donation tier for, like, you could directly pitch your matchup to, Ben and Chad.
Yeah. So how
was
cringe
one of
were they when they did it?
This is, from what I understand, this was actually one of the most well-received ones.
That's
Like,
good, because the only ones I know about is the one with the body pillow.
What?
During a pitch, I think it was fucking Homura versus the Data Live bitch that does time shit.
Yeah.
Look, that's literally all I know about Data Live, or however the fuck you say it.
Date cross live.
The pitcher pulled out a fucking body pillow on call with Ben and Chad, and it wasn't even of either character.
Yeah.
It was from a completely different. It was from fucking Neptunia.
Fuck.
And like, wasn't there just a
Dog,
shot of Chad just
no.
like raising his eyebrows?
Hold
like, trying
on.
to be polite as fuck?
Hold on, let me see if I
Like-
can't find it.
I'm at a I'm in a complicated emotional place. If I don't want to shame someone for their interests per se, but like there's a time and place, right?
Exactly.
Like-
Yes.
The socialization, like you have to meet people halfway
Yeah.
when you're like existing with them, and pulling out your Neptunia Daki on a work call is so far past that middle line that you just can't be doing that shit.
I posted the
Yeah,
image.
like I don't care that this guy has a Neptunia body pillow. I just question the time and place of the body pillow. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm happy for him. I hope he hugs it at night and it enriches his life and genuinely brings him emotional satisfaction. Do not pull it out on a work call, is what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
I posted the image Ben made when that person pulled out the fucking body pillow.
It's good. It's
Oh, hey, I
so
own that
good.
same screen. I have that same screen. I use it also to fix my lighting. It's part of my audio setup. Let's put that singer.
Such a fucking funny image. Anyway, we got a little off topic from the initial concept here.
Yeah.
None body pillow is good for work. None.
Yeah, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
And on to you.
This directly falls into 50-50. Like, I don't care. Like, all of that aside, like, who cares? There's some people who'd be really excited for this.
Yeah.
The only reason I would be into it is conceptually, like, it's a wizard fight, which are kind of like, it's surprisingly for how completely different from each other they all are. They at the same time manage to be the exact same video every single time. So like, the thing I would be into is conceptually a wizard fight, contains Doctor Doom, but we already saw that, and they didn't write him good. So like, I'm like, it's Doom's not enough to carry my interest for one of these.
Look,
anymore.
maybe
So
third
there's
time's the
50-50
charm.
It goes.
I thought wasn't one the guy from Akira?
That was Magneto versus Tetsuo you're thinking of.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
one's
that one
good.
rocked.
That one
one rocked.
is carried a lot by its writing, because, like, again, it's not sort of the thing where, like, it's necessarily the fault of the animators, but the choreography in that is a little bland just because it's two people throwing shit at each other, which, again, is how those two characters fight.
But it's like a good throwing shit fight. Like, they make it work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I mean by wizard battles, kind of.
That you're talking about.
Sure. But yeah, I do actually like this one. I mean, I like Doom, and I think getting like D&D on Death Battle would be pretty interesting. Just to see.
Yeah,
like...
I would watch this if it was made. I wouldn't be like writing in user surveys for it.
They have to have a crit hit and a crit miss, like part of it.
But yeah, next one, which Sonia, you know one of these characters at the very least.
Oh. I know both of these guys.
I know. I just wanted to mention Wesker.
I know who Wesker is. Oh yeah.
Any crossover with Homelander exists explicitly for the purpose of whoever he's fighting to just like turn him into a blood mist and call him a stupid asshole. And I think it would be very funny to watch Albert Wesker do that. So like, I'm in. Like, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, like basically what you just said is like, I just want him to turn to Homelander and be like, "Poor performance indeed." And I think that would just make my day, you know?
Yeah, like any X character rubs Homelander's face in the dirt is like, yeah, you got me. Sign me up. Let's watch it.
Like, that's the entire point of these matchups, because, like, that's the entire point of Homelander, is that he's just a little shit little boy.
Yeah, I will say, this is, I will dash your hopes and dreams a little bit here. This is, like, one of the few matchups that Homelander actually has a decent chance of winning, but...
You lie.
Just because, like, Wesker is mostly just a guy. Like, he's a super... like, virus guy, but he's still kind of just a guy.
Well, that's in a way even funnier. The only guy that Homelander can beat is just a regular guy. Point and
So
laugh.
you-
Point and yeah.
Do you remember the axe I had to grind with Saitama Popeye, which was specifically like kind of no matter what these characters' power levels are, like part of the explicit writing about Saitama is that he always wins because he's like a parody of shonen getting boring, and
I know
that's
what
like
I'm saying,
core to the
Husband.
character.
Also,
Like,
yeah.
I think this is the other side of it. Homelander just always he exists to lose. Like this
Yeah.
man exists to job. So if there's a way for Albert Wesker to win at all, then Wesker wins 100% of the time because that's like core to the character that he gets fucking smoked.
But yeah, I do. This is probably my favorite matchup for Albert Wesker currently. The like other ones he has are like Kazuya Mishima, which Kazuya Mishima just dog walks this man to hell and back.
Kazuya Mishima.
And also Liquid Snake from Metal Gear.
Guess it makes sense. Yeah,
Um,
like the only thing about this matchup I don't really get is why these two?
They're both effectively genetic test tube babies that
Yeah.
were bred to be perfect.
I guess. Like, I'm not upset by it. Again, just because I
they're-
want to see Wesker
They're
win.
both into biological determinism.
Yeah. They're also very arrogant and think highly upon themselves and view like humanity as stains effectively. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Valid. No, I mean, not valid in the sense that maybe sometimes valid.
Valid in that they exist. They are characters that are real.
They are characters with a thematic through line.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not that they're like real. Not that Wesker's my like next door neighbor. I'd see him every day.
Wesker is your Oshi.
Don't you say that to me. Yeah, I'd watch this one, sure.
Yeah, it's a very fun one. Don't know like totally the possibilities of it happening. Just because I don't entirely know if they're ever gonna bring Homelander back.
I
They
mean,
already-
they have
they-
jumped on him multiple times.
Yeah, I don't think they've already done like the peak Homelander gets fucking owned death battle episode.
With
So like
Omni-Man,
they
yeah.
couldn't do it better than Homelander versus Omni-Man. It would only ever be a worse copy of that episode. So I just don't think they should bring him back. They already got it in
That was a
one.
really good episode.
But yeah, next one is the only Marvel versus DC matchup on this list, I think.
Pass, obviously.
Marvel! Marvel!
That being Scarecrow versus Mysterio.
You know, now that I see the image much bigger, it makes sense of who it was. It really looked like a piranha plant for me when I was looking at it. And I was just like, I don't get it. I don't get this one.
The funniest thing they could do with this one is have both of them just like sitting at the opposite side of an empty room for like 5 real life minutes doing nothing. Then one of them just like grabs their forehead, yells, and falls over. And that's the whole episode. That's what we in the audience get to see.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be accurate, because, yeah, the whole thing, obviously, with these is they are both fear illusion-based characters.
Yeah.
I will say, my favorite part of this matchup is, the fact that Mysterio probably wins because of his fishbowl.
Yeah,
So he can't,
he don't
he
have to
can't get
breathe.
the fucking fear gas.
Mysterio's
that's
iconic
funny.
dome wins it again. The GOAT. No one does it like him.
That's lovely and stupid.
It also does kind of continue the theme of whenever fucking Batman versus Spider-Man characters happen, the Spider-Man characters always fucking win. But yeah, go ahead and talk about this one besides just the fucking jokes we've been making.
I mean, it's fine.
It's everything wrong with a wizard fight, but like a flavor slightly worse. In that, in a wizard fight, as the audience, you at least have some suspension of disbelief that they might be in danger at any point. But like with this shit, it's a wizard fight, but we know all of it's fake. So it's like as bad as a wizard fight with the extra wrinkle of we know none of this is like physically threatening them anyway. Just, I don't know. I think this might be the first one I'm just like, nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah,
I
can see
can't
why
believe this
people
can
are
generate a
into
good episode. I
That
don't know.
I will say that's a very funny take compared to
Oh.
the wider community.
I mean, we've seen a lot of Marvel versus DC wizard battles, so I get why the exact same vibe that Matt's going for here. Like, I'm sure there's something interesting that can happen, but I'm just like, it is just the Marvel versus DC wizard battle.
Yeah, like the important thing you got to remember is that normally what separates like illusions from like magic in a lot of like stories and systems is that because it's an illusion, they can just like go really far with it in a way that like traditional magic doesn't. Like that's just kind of what makes it part of a story in a way that matters at all. And in Death Battle, because it uses every iteration of the character and everything they've ever done, that's what magic just is. It can do anything. They can do anything with it because they've done anything with it in one panel of their strongest form, which is what they are in Death Battle. So, like, an illusion fight is functionally identical to any other wizard fight, just with less stakes.
I am gonna push a little bit back on that just because this would have a very bigger horror theme to it because they're both based in fear and all that. So to that extent, it would have. Obviously, this is under the understanding that they like actually like do it right is like the best way I can say.
I had faith that they would do it right, so like I don't think it's any question on that.
It is that yeah, this would have a very different theming and flavor compared to the other big magic wizard fights.
You know what? I actually think that's a good point. You have talked me up to 50-50. No, I genuinely do think that's a very good point. There is something that justifies why this would happen, and I think that's fair. So 50-50. If they made it, I'd watch it.
50-50 as long as it's not in a season where there's like 20 other DC versus Marvel.
It's so it's so funny because we haven't had a Marvel versus DC episode since the Kickstarter.
Yeah, but I still burnt out on all the ones that we watched. Okay.
I've been watching that all my life. I never stop hearing Marvel versus DC.
Anyway, this is this next one's the one I'm only partially sorry to Matt about.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can see why they chose these two guys.
So yeah, that's Levi from Attack on Titan versus Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm glancing over this whole list to see if there's any. Nope, I'm pulling the trigger on Super Hell. straight into the D zone. Get the shit out of here.
Surprised it hasn't happened derogatory. That's where I am at.
So I do actually
That's why
like this one.
I needed to be in Super Hell. I have strong. I hate Attack on Titan in for very legitimate reasons. It's like past. I'm not going to do this every time it's mentioned, but like, I just don't want to engage with Attack on Titan in any form positive.
So I do actually want to. I do actually want to talk a little bit about that because it was something when we watched Mikasa versus Blake. It was something that I was thinking about after the fact. In that, like, I also don't like Attack on Titan. However, I don't. This is gonna sound weird. I do think it has very right-wing and slightly fascistic viewpoints. However, I do disagree with you in that I do not believe it is outright fascist propaganda. And I'm gonna compare it to something, and let me know if this makes sense.
I'm listening.
It is.
I'm listening with the intent to hear you out in good faith.
It is. Okay, chat, there's a difference between fucking right-wing and full-on fascism.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not in the modern day, but, like, you know what I mean.
Let our buddy cook a bit, and then we can judge them.
In the same way, I don't view Attack on Titan as fascist propaganda, in the same way I don't view, Nolan's The Dark Knight as fascist propaganda, despite me believing they both have very similar, strong right-wing viewpoints in them.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that Attack on Titan was written. Like, I don't think they sat down and thought, I'm gonna write fascist propaganda today. I think they sat down and thought, this is the story I want to tell and how I want to tell it, and like those things created something that is very difficult to distinguish from fascist propaganda. Like, if they had gone into it with that intention, they would have largely made the same work, is kind of my take on it. But I don't think they actually got funneled money under the table by fascist organizations to make literal propaganda.
Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, it's just disagreements in, to the extent, I guess, is the best way. That being said...
Yeah, I have a very extreme hardline take on it. I am aware of that.
Yeah.
Which
is fine,
I think
but...
it's funny, that it's both this Metal Gear Solid versus Attack on Titan in that kind of way. Because
That's Full Metal Alchemist, Sonia.
What did I say?
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh God, what's wrong with me?
I mean...
In the sense that, I've always felt that Fullmetal Alchemist was very critical of the things that, we're talking about right now.
I mean, I see why you confuse it with Metal Gear Solid.
Shut up! I kill you. I kill you. I attack you.
But yeah,
no. It is.
Go ahead.
It critiques the whole things about war and fascism and genocide and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I will say I do actually like this matchup. I think just from the virtue of in terms of how it could work choreography wise, you have obviously Levi doing his high flying shit, whereas Mustang is comparatively more grounded but has a fuck ton of ranged options with his fire. But that is also just me personally.
That's okay. I don't really have strong opinions of Attack on Titan because I didn't really watch it. Roy is cool.
Roy is cool. I do agree. Roy Mustang is cool.
Mustang.
I really like his character in general.
MC Saul Mustang does in fact win, which is a point in its favor, but
Yeah, Mustang does in fact smoke this fraud, and I know I've said that a lot tonight, but it's never been more true.
It is funny because Attack on Titan does lose most of its popular matchups. The only one that's even slightly debatable is the main one with Eren Yeager. But that matchup with Eren Yeager is on this list, so let's move on to the next one.
Sorry, the swing from Attack on Titan to Kai Kisk.
This is one I have submitted to the Death Battle official ballot banters and such multiple times.
Based. They should do it.
Made
Uh,
Matt very happy.
and unfortunately, then they betrayed my trust and then put Saber versus Luke Skywalker on the ballot.
Boo!
When it happened.
Still
And like, I
watch
don't.
this series.
Was that?
And you still watch this series.
Well, okay, I don't dislike Saber versus Luke. I just like Kai versus Saber better.
Same. Get Kai's ass in there.
I want fucking Guilty Gear on the show again, period. It's been so
was it?
fucking long.
I can't remember it on the first time.
That's because I never showed you that episode, because it's very mediocre.
Fair enough.
That was Ragna versus Soul Bad Guy.
So bad guy.
And it
I love
happened
that
like
guy.
10 years ago or some shit.
In the small window of time where like Blaze Blue versus Guilty Gear sentiment actually was real.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, there is only so much. So, I'm not gonna say anything about Babonia. But yeah, it's just a interesting sword fight. And it'd be neat to see both these characters and franchises show up on the show. That's kind of where I am.
I think
Yeah,
that.
I would for sure watch this. Obviously, Guilty Gear man loves the Guilty Gear matchup, but I do think it would be fun.
sometimes The lower, I'm sure they have cool badass sword moves, but sometimes the more grounded battles are the more interesting. Like ages and ages ago, there was like two guys fighting boxing, right?
Oh, TJ Combo versus
Balrog, that one was sick.
Yeah, and so it was really well animated and it was really well done because it's just in an actual fighting style.
Viva Verity, we'll get to it. But yeah, where are y'all slamming this one?
I'll watch it.
Into it. I'm into it. Both of
watched
these
these little
characters
bubbles
like
fight.
funnel down to eventually hit them with sword really hard or hit them with sword really big, one of the two.
Yeah, obviously the through line is kind of they're obviously both kings and like have very complicated feelings regarding their reign and all that. And also swords.
Vaguely religiously associated
Yeah.
swords, like blonde-haired, long-haired swords people.
Dragons.
Blue and white color motif.
Yeah. The next one is a very funny tonal shift.
Okay.
I don't know who either of these characters are, but I know who drew the one on the right for sure.
Yeah,
So I
think
know
that's-
that his writing is dog shit, whoever he is.
It is.
Yeah,
The
I'm
left
sure.
is Gabriel Ultrakill.
Ultrakill is still on my list of things that I don't people generally like Ultrakill? I feel
Yes.
like I've been told to interact with Ultrakill. and it's
If
just never
Emily
got
was
on.
here, she would
Kill
be
me, I
yelling
know.
at you a lot about Ultrakill. The
one on the right.
the one on the right is Adam from Has Been Hotel.
I thought
Sure.
so.
Of course, I mean, look at this man and tell me he's not from fucking Has Been Hotel.
Yeah, I actually, for what it's worth, I like Vivzy Pop character designs. Like, I actually kind of am into this sort of like middle school hot topic demonology type shit. Like, I do like it. I cannot get past the writing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Put an Adam Record of Ragnarok versus Amhaba Hotel? No. I actively hate that fucking matchup. Cause they're both Adam. They're both the first band. They're both in different interpretations of the same fucking person. Anyway, I did actually put this in for one very specific reason. I'll kind of get into it after y'all talk about it a little bit.
no opinion on these guys.
Yeah, I am like, I'm actually firmly still in 50-50. Like, for me, it really takes something to turn me off the matchup for me to get any lower than, like, I don't care. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because kind of my baseline is, even if I don't give a shit about two characters, somebody out there does, and I
Yeah.
believe that person deserves their death battle matchup.
Yeah,
So, like,
Sure,
basically
yeah.
that.
it has to be something where I'm like, I am opposed to this getting any screen time ever for a reason, and like, it's a hard, that's kind of a hard metric to meet a
Yeah.
lot of the time for me.
Yeah, and to a certain extent, like, I do think Has Been Hotel probably gets a little overhated. Like,
Yeah,
it
it definitely does.
it deserves
Yeah,
to get
it's
criticized like any piece of work, but people are, like, fucking weird about it.
It's a media made by, folks who get easily criticized in general. Let's put it that way.
it's like a thing where if the question is like, why do people hate Has Been Hotel? The answer is because it's kind of in the crosshairs of the general culture war stuff, and it is made. It is the type of thing that, like, alt-right chuds need to hate to preserve their position, and it is an easy target, and that's like the real reason it's hated as much. And then if the follow-up question is, oh, so is it actually pretty good? The answer is no, not really. Like, that's kind of where I'm at, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
That's a good way of describing it. Yeah, it's like it's not something I'd been into, but I want to let kids just enjoy the weird little hot topic guys. You know?
it's kind of like,
Yeah.
to a much lesser extent, it's kind of the same with, like, Ruby for me, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Ruby
Ruby,
had some legit criticisms, but yeah, it's
people get
people
weird
hate on
about
it.
Ruby, yeah.
Yeah,
Which is why
like
I'm not entirely looking forward to the waiting period of Ruby versus Maka when that happens, but
oh god, that's gonna be intolerable. Truly, the internet will be at its worst.
yeah.
yeah.
But the part of the reason why I put this in here, and this is another matchup, I do actually like it, primarily because I think Gabriel versus this character in particular would be a very interesting bouncing off point, and I think Adam in the hands of, even if you have to stick a little bit to, like, his, his canonical writing, you could do a better job, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
See this character in different hands.
yeah, and part of the reason that ties into why I wanted to talk about this matchup a little bit is
Go for it.
when I talked about this a little bit with Shigaraki versus Mahito, and also Aizen versus Madara with Matt, in that I think one aspect of Death Battle that doesn't get talked about is their ability to effectively take a snapshot of a piece of media or a character and extract the things that people do like about that, and put it into something.
Yeah. I think Death Battle is, I think it's a format that punches way higher than, like, the napkin pitch in practice.
Mm-hmm. You'll never forget Beaver versus Black. That was season 1 and, like, 15 fucking years ago when the internet was all about that stupid shit. But yeah, like, obviously, I have a lot of criticisms about Shigaraki as a character in My Hero Academia as a piece of media, but the death battle of Shigaraki versus Mahito took those aspects of Shigaraki that I really like and pulled them onto the screen effectively.
With media, it's kind of healthy to have a critical eye, which is hard when you're a fan of something. It makes it sound like you don't like something, but it's like at the end of the day, this character's interesting. You might not like the way that they're written, And sometimes it's just fun to watch that character beat the shit out of another character.
So true. But yeah, that's basically the reason why I one of the reasons why I picked this matchup. Is just because of that aspect that I think seeing Adam or Has Been Hotel on Death Battle in general would be interesting just to see how they are written comparatively.
Yeah, I say this 100% unironically and in good faith. I think there is a decent chance that if this is made, I would just simply like it. I think a
Yeah.
good episode could probably be generated from this. I just have no initial investment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't expect any like death battle things to be done in bad faith.
Yeah.
Except for like that one time that an animator was terrible, and that wasn't the writer's fault. So,
Shadow the
Yeah, so-
Hedgehog.
God, Shao vs. Mewtwo needs a redo so bad.
so bad.
Okay, what's next?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I would love to see it. Like it's this. I know why it hasn't been made yet, but I
It
would
got
love to see it.
so close. It was part of the Tournament of Champions, and fucking it lost to Kratos versus Asura.
So I feel like one day it will be actually made.
Probably.
Off just got a release on the Switch, which is why I think this could actually be made at
Yeah,
some point.
that's pretty
Yeah.
much it. I think it's gonna be made because it's being remade and it has music done by Toby Fox. So people will be like, "Oh my god, it's Toby Fox."
And I think
Yeah.
obviously Undertale's like almost always in the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Especially Sans the fucking skeleton.
When I was teaching high school kids a couple of years ago, they were literally drawing Sans Undertale on the whiteboard, and I was just like, "Oh, how the fuck do you guys know about Sans Undertale?" Like I know it was popular, but it's like always been like a, how do I put it, feeling like a small internet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not
No,
anymore. It's
Yeah, not anymore.
Sans is in
definitely
Groove
not.
Coaster. You can pick him in an arcade game.
Oh my god. And like I believe you, and it makes a lot of sense. I know how popular Undertale is, but it just feels small still, you know?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
And to a certain extent, even with the off remake, Sans would probably be the driving force here, but
Of
like
course.
Sans is such a driving force.
Yeah.
Oh stop. Eh.
Yeah, the
Pope
Pope
listens
listened to
Megalovania.
Megalovania.
The Pope has a copy of Undertale.
But yeah, this is one where like this animation wise, this could go in so many different ways.
Yeah, I have no idea. There's like, they would have to make a choice on what line they want to take with this, because there's like several they could, but they cannot do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I would be very interested to see what they would, like, how they would like to do this one.
Yeah, and I do think this has a pretty solid shot of actually happening sometime in the future. Who knows? Maybe it'll be episode 200, but
Yeah. I'd watch it. I mean, I have no choice but to watch. I contract really obligated.
I do. I trap all of you in the Discord DM. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if he actually kept Undertale. I just remember he got given Undertale, and
Oh yeah, he got given Undertale, but like during some sort of religious ceremony, the band they
Yeah.
hired played Megalovania.
yeah. 10 out of 10.
200 will be something more. 200. Honestly, my guess for 200 will probably be Maka versus Ruby, because that is such a legacy with this show.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I also would not be surprised if it's the Torian episode, just because it's probably gonna be 3D, and Torian has an episode lined up from the Kickstarter.
Hmm.
Uh,
Is episode 200 close?
next one.
Oh.
It was originally gonna be Ash versus Yugi, but they had to push that back.
Because, yeah, that's not a good 200 episode.
Well, that's not a good 200 episode. It's going to have a lot of like shit put into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, where are y'all slamming this one?
Oh, I just
wanna
put
see
it in surprised it hasn't happened.
That's
Yeah.
totally
Like,
fair.
I think it is hard to understate just how pervasively into every single fandom Sans Undertale the skeleton is. Like, if you don't know, you don't know, but this guy is like, it's like microplastics got into the fish and now we can't get them out. That's Sans to like internet fandom. Like, even if you don't think you're talking to someone with a Sans OC, you probably are. So like, just him being in it at all really gets it there. And like, I think this is the matchup that makes the most sense for when they put Sans the skeleton in Death Battle versus like a guy,
Anyone
whoever.
The only other option would be Reagan from Mob Psycho, because it would be funny. Because they had the sexy man Tumblr pole.
True.
Anyway, speaking of sexy men,
Who's the guy on the right? I don't
that
know.
is
That's
William
Resident
Birkin
Evil.
from Resident
Yeah.
Evil 2.
He turns himself into a little nasty man, just like how the lizard guy from Spider-Man does the exact same thing. I see.
So,
I
like,
see the
lizards.
idea of it. Yeah, I see the idea.
Sure.
They the idea is they are both scientists that experimented them on themselves and became monsters and lost
Yeah.
themselves because of it. That is the through line.
And yeah,
Yeah, they probably both wanted to eat their kids at some point. I'm not too surprised.
I don't really know the. Is he just called the lizard? I can't remember.
I mean, his actual name is Kurt Connors, but yeah, his villain name is the Lizard.
Yeah, I really knew him from Spectacular Spider-Man, where he's kind of like Peter's boss, and then he becomes a lizard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, he's Gwen Stacy's dad?
No, I mean maybe in some like comic book continuity, but
Yeah, maybe. He's a cop in some of them.
yeah, I mean that's like most of
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to eat Gwen Stacy's dad.
Oh.
Okay.
That makes more sense. Sorry.
You want to see my dad? Oh, jeez. This guy wants to eat my dad.
I hate it when
come
a lizard
on.
wants to eat my dad.
I hate it when a lizard wants to eat my dad. I don't know. This is again a matchup that is definitely like somebody pogs when they look at this. Like they see this and their jaw is on the floor and they want nothing more in their whole life. I just am not invested into these two blowjob brothers, so very much a 50-50 for me. I'd watch it.
This is why I
watch
like
it.
purely because like it's a very lesser known or not lesser known, but like comparatively low impact Resident Evil character. And I think that'd be an interesting take on like it's not Nemesis, it's not Mr. X. It'd be an interesting thing to bring on.
It would be cool to see more lower stakes again in a way.
Mhm.
It's like if it was on, I'd watch it, but like it's I dig it, you know.
I think of all the episodes I don't really care about that much, I think this one is the most likely by a lot to generate an episode of cartoon that while I watched it, I was like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah, it could be very interesting animation wise because it'd be very like sort of feral in a way that I don't think a lot of other episodes get to. Like the closest was probably be like John Talbane versus Saberwolf.
I don't think I saw that one.
But yeah. Fighting game mention.
Fighting game mentioned! Let's
I
go!
know both of these boys.
We like Ike.
Siegfried though?
They both have big swords.
They do
They're
both
both
have big
mercenaries,
swords.
I guess. I mean, Siegfried kills his dad. Ike doesn't. Ike sees his dad die.
Yeah, this one, I'll be totally honest. I don't entirely know the through line for this one beyond just big
The
swords.
through line is that they're both looking at something like stage left, and neither of them is happy about it. They're both looking at the same thing in the same place, and both of them are like, don't like that.
Like, Siegfried's thing is that he is a mercenary, but he's kind of just a fuck up. And I mean, all the affectionate, because I love this guy.
Well, yeah, Siegfried's whole thing was he got possessed by Soul Edge and became Nightmare and all that.
Yeah, but he was kind of a shit beforehand.
He's a jobber. He jobs for sure.
The bit, I just this is just one where I kind of just like the vibes of it.
Yeah, I'd watch these guys fight.
I would even go so far as to say this is like such a death battle matchup. I put it in surprise it hasn't happened yet, because if you had told me, fooled you, Matt, you fuck, this one's actually real. All of the rest of them were fake, but this one was real, I'd just be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this one makes sense. This one's real. I really like Soul Calibur, in that I don't like the games, but I really like the characters.
True! Like, Cervantes is sick. Don't make me play Soul Calibur, please.
Exactly. I really love the lore of Soul Calibur, and I love Siegfried. He's like actually a little Blorbo of mine. And I love Fire Emblem. I think this is accidentally my Blorbos that you put in. Like, legit, I love these two guys. I kind of don't see why it's a matchup, but I'm into it, you know?
I wouldn't be totally surprised that this gained steam when Ike versus Guts fell off and Dimitri versus Guts became a lot more popular.
Yeah, I guess. I do see more of the through line with Ike versus Guts, though, because, again, mercenary guys.
Yeah, it's there. Dimitri just kind of had the stronger connection to Guts, like, story-wise, is kind of the main thing.
Yeah.
That one turned out really good, though. That was a very
Yeah.
good death battle, so I think they made a good
Fantastic.
choice.
That's why Kobani forced me at gunpoint to watch it.
Yeah, I definitely did that. Yeah, the main thing is, like, obviously, Ike is not nearly as tortured as Guts is, like, personality-wise.
Like a guy, yeah. Ike is, he's just happy to be there most of the time.
Like, Ike is voted most likely to go to the store to get you a quarter gallon of milk if you like are in the middle of making something and your hands are full, and he's kind of around and not doing anything out of the Smash Brothers cast. So like I'm in, like, Ike's cool.
He'd be like, yeah, I'd fight this guy. Secret
sure.
probably had more of like a fucked up reason to. Maybe he's being possessed by Nightmare, but you know, I'm happy. I'm happy that, you know, Secret's here. You know, Nightmare's voiced by Link. No, wait, Secret's voiced by Link. It's true. It's great.
Yeah, fighting game mention.
Fighting
I
game
don't know who these
mentioned.
guys are.
This is Slayer from Guilty Gear and Dimitri from Darkstalkers. They're vampires.
They are both fighting game vampires, yeah.
I see the connection.
Like, this is unfair because there's no way that I'm going to be able to articulate just how sick this would be without the immediate response being, oh, Matt likes fighting game. He likes this because fighting game. And like, yeah, you're fucking right. But out of all of the fighting game mentioned, this is by far one of the best. Like, this one would actually be very good. Assuming they left some of like Dimitri being like a like the Lothario sex pest vampire stuff, Dimitri does a lot more of than Slayer. And if they left that stuff a little off the table, this would be peak. If they leaned too far into that, I don't know. But I feel like the death battle team is pretty good about that sort of thing.
I would not be surprised if they did have Dimitri hit Slayer with a Midnight Bliss like mid-fight, but
It would for sure happen, and Sharon would just pop out. Like, I can write this. Give me 15 minutes and a word processor, and I got you a banger.
Here's the fight premise: Dimitri hits on Sharon. That's the insane incident. Yeah, that would work.
We're in there. He gets hit by Midnight Bliss. He turns into Sharon. Dimitri's like, "Why did you turn into Sharon?" And Slayer just says, "Because I love my wife." And then he hits him with Dead on Time.
Then he hits him with the peanut butter. Then he hits him with the peanut butter gamer install.
But yeah, this one's sick. I know why it hasn't happened yet, which is the only reason it's not in surprise it hasn't happened yet. But like, this is the top of it should happen, and I'm into it for sure. Like, in a tier that's largely unordered, this one's ordered. It's the top of that tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I want this so bad.
Iris doesn't dig it apparent. My dogs do not dig this.
Wow. Damn. That's sad.
I dig it in the sense that, you know, I'm going to be watching the next death battle with Sprout kind of sense. I'm watching the top one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Does Slayer just dog walk Dimitri? Yes. This is absolutely a wash. Like, it's not even close.
Darkstalkers do get a little crazy, but yeah, Slayer most likely just dog walks Dimitri.
Slayer is really fucked up in the context of Guilty Gear, not necessarily because of like specific powers, but because of like canonical fights he's been into and like people who are not really willing to fight him, who like are established to be kind of unbelievable within the context. So like Slayer is just kind of positioned to kind of be a little vaguely out of reach of quite understanding what's going on with him. It's just like there is nobody alive who wants to fuck with him even a little.
Mm-hmm.
And Dimitri is just like the strongest vampire man. So it's kind of like hard to believe Slayer doesn't take it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is sort of thing with the reason this probably hasn't happened is just because Darkstalkers in Guilty Gear probably don't bring in clicks.
Yeah, the Darkstalkers is dead thing at Eve. When they went on stage and Ono put up a slide that says Darkstalkers isn't dead, that was in like 2009. They didn't make a Darkstalkers game since that. So like that is why this cannot go up to surprise it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But boy, do I want it. Thank you for putting this on the list. Thank you. This one's for me. I'm very happy.
Yeah, like Morgan has never been on Death Battle. Like that's kind of the big tell.
Yeah, Dimitri is like fourth in line. Let's be real.
Yeah, John Talbane got on before, or John Talbane and Felicia got on before Morgan and Dimitri.
Morgan gets on and they use the Sprite. They use the Morgan's only Sprite for the episode.
You just killed that.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts man looks like he wants to ask me for the 3 numbers on the back of my credit card.
I dig this. This is stupid. Positive.
Yeah.
This is the evilest old men of the evil old men brigade.
Yeah, like this makes sense. I'm surprised this hasn't happened. Legit, like
same. Like this is just like Death Battle fans would love this. Like this is everything they want.
Mm-hmm. Like they did obviously they did Yoda versus Mickey Mouse. Which is the good version of this matchup effectively. But I mean, it's fucking Xehanort. Like, you know how many Norded jokes you could make in the rundown?
Yeah, it'd be easy. It's a Xehanort boy.
Like, the reason I laugh so much when this popped up is like he's doing the face from the Shark Tale poster. He's like advertising for a 2005 DreamWorks movie, and I can't look at this particular screenshot without like.
This is like
It's
the
just so
render
funny.
that everyone fucking uses.
It's so
Like
funny.
Palpatine as well. Like he does actually look like he's just trying to do a regular smile to the camera. It's like, oh,
Yeah, he's just
smile
got
for
bad
the
teeth.
camera.
So
Oh,
yeah,
man,
I'm
you're not
assuming
looking so
y'all are
good.
both immediately slamming this one and surprised it hasn't happened.
Yeah, I am. I am surprised it hasn't happened.
Yeah, honestly.
See, I would love to wish it fell because I'd cheer whoever lost anyway.
This next one's a funny one.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
I mean, I get it. Is it
Surprised
Skull
it
Kid
hasn't
or
happened
Majora?
derogatory, kind of.
What was
Like-
that?
Is it Skull Kid or Majora?
Skull Kid.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I'm one of like the few people that unironically actually really likes Infinite. Like, I think because of how much she sucks, right? Like,
Yeah, failblog.com.
I'm pretty sure that was the fucking point. Is Infinite is a massive loser who gets these fucking godlike powers off the Phantom Ruby.
No, it makes sense. And he gets defeated with the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally just Adachi's persona. Like, that's all this character is. It's exactly Toru Adachi turned into a Sonic OC.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think versus Skull Kid could be very interesting just from a visual standpoint because of the fact that, like,
Yeah.
obviously
Skull
you
Kid-
have the classic of dropping the moon on top of someone.
Yeah, and they're both okay. I can't remember what Infinite does. Like I know they do the flipping, and that's
Cubes!
really cute. Yes,
You
cubes.
boy.
Does he flip the screen?
Probably.
Yeah, and it's two sad boys fighting when they really want to be his friends. All have friends. They're the stupid.
And yeah, as Baba Babonia said, Skull basically did everything because he was a petty little child.
Yeah, he is. He's a little child that lost his friends, so he got a mean old mask and became super mean.
Mm-hmm. It's just a fun one. Like,
Yeah, like I'm into it. I'm just into it. I'm not surprised it hasn't happened, but I am into it.
yeah,
I'll watch
like this
one
is
for
one
sure.
that like is hard to justify a little bit to have actually happen because like who's gonna click on the fight with Infinite?
Anyone who's seen the funny little meme of him being destroyed?
the one of him being crushed by a thwomp.
Yeah, I wonder how he's gonna get crushed by a frog.
God.
Does anyone have a link to that? I haven't seen that for a while. I would love to click on it.
If you look up GIFs in like Discord search and you like look up Infinite Thwomp, you'll probably find it.
Okay, sick. Yeah, into it. Orange tier.
This next one is probably at least a character you're unfamiliar with.
Fremblem.
That is a Fremblem.
I know both of them.
Okay, I wasn't.
From Metaphor.
Yeah, that is Luis from Metaphor.
I can see why they went with this.
I want to play Metaphor and I haven't yet, so I would appreciate if people did not give character spoilers for this character.
Sure, I mean, I won't go into it, but like, Luis is the antagonist, like, very early on, so like,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
not a spoiler.
literally first like hour or so, like even the first minute actually. So yeah.
I won't get into it as to what exactly happens.
You know what? Actually, I'm kind of thirsty, so I think this is a great spot for me to, legitimately, I think this is a good opportunity for me to grab some water and like
Sure.
open the space to have a discussion about a character that I am the kind of bottleneck about. So
Sure.
I'm gonna mute my mic, and when I get back, I'll just like say that I'm coming back. You know,
Sure.
standard stuff like human beings communicating. Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, no, I see this. This makes sense. They're
Yeah,
both trying to be the new emperor taking over the world, right? I never finished Metaphor, but that was
yeah,
the
they're
thing.
both very obviously there's the being emperor connection. There's also the fact that their political ideologies are very similar, where
Yeah.
Edelgard very much believes in a meritocratic system, and so is Luis, albeit Luis is very much more in the might makes right sort of system.
Yeah.
So there is that dichotomy. Um there was something else that I was gonna mention regarding this, but now I'm completely
They're
blanking.
pretty little people as well.
They're both antagonistic towards the church in their
Yeah.
in their respective stories. This is one where it's not my favorite for Edelgard, but it's the one that probably has a greater chance of happening.
Yeah, I feel like maybe less of a chess, just because like I don't think that Metaphor really like rocked the boat, so to speak.
No,
It was,
yeah,
yeah,
my personal preferred for Edelgard is Delita Hyrule from Final Fantasy Tactics.
okay. Oh yeah, I can see that.
However, both of those are leagues better than what her previous most popular matchup was, which was fucking Kylo Ren. Which I still don't fucking like that matchup at all.
I get it. It's terrible, but I get it, you know?
Literally the only saving grace about it was that, like, Edelgard won, but even that's been, like, debated a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
But nah, yeah. I get it. I think it's cool. I don't think it's gonna happen. Just because it's just a little bit Fire Emblem Three Houses was very popular, but it's not as popular anymore. If it was like one of them was in the heyday, I think this would be a very clickable one. Otherwise, yeah, I like it.
it is kind of hard to say because, like, yeah, Three Houses has lost a little bit. Like, I still think, in terms of Deathbound matchups, probably the most likely characters that are going to show up are going to be, like, Throuses, Awakening, and Marth.
Yeah, basically.
Like, that is probably the main category of Fire Emblem characters that will get shown on the show.
And that's why I think Ike versus Siegfried is still my favorite.
Ike is, like, the one, like, that may have a chance.
Ike.
Just because...
I brought Matt back, by the way.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now we're just talking about Fire Emblem's chances of being on the show. And it was just mostly, like, the characters that have the most chance of being on the show are, like, Throuses, Awakening, and Marth, and maybe Ike.
It's Marth. It's like Marth and also Marth.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, Matt, you can refrain from putting this one anywhere, but
I put it in 50-50. Again, it's a thing where it's like, I don't know enough to say that I think I wouldn't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should, honestly, you should play Metaphor, in my opinion. I really like Metaphor a lot.
It's like very high on my list of when I have the time to get into like a big RPG.
Yeah.
It's probably the next one I'm gonna do. It's just like, man, life's busy, you know?
Yeah.
I never finished it for that reason. It's like, it is like, you really gotta invest and chomp some time into it, you know? But, like, it was still fine. It was fun. Yeah.
The main thing about Metaphor that I really like is the customization of the class system in it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing for me.
What I liked about just trivia that's not spoilers at all. They actually had character designs from that game in the Etrian 3DS games because that's how long it took for this game to come out.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit the next matchup, and I am actually going to get a refill too. You can talk about while I'm doing that.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Oh, I see.
These two were
Also, it's Gogeta,
Sorry, not
by
these
the
two.
way, not Vegito.
okay. Cool. I remember this Digimon from the fighting game me and Ty played, where he had like a fucked up giant Hadouken that hit the whole screen.
Yeah, do you need some context about him, or are you good?
I don't know the specifics about this Digimon, but I do like Digimon, and I am very familiar with like the tier level of kind of how important characters operate within the franchise. So I assume
Yeah.
he's just really fucked up and can kind of just like do a list of whatever. One of
Yeah.
those sort of
Yeah,
megas or
this guy is
ultimates,
like
depending
the
on the
yeah, this
translation.
is a fusion between Agumon and oh god, the other big guy, Matt's Digimon. Your Digimon. Do you know your Digimon? Gabumon. Yeah,
Garurumon?
Gabumon. Yeah, he
Isn't that what he turned
evolves
into?
into Angarurumon. Yeah, yeah. So it's the ultimate like combination of these two. So it's
Okay,
like
I'm
the
back.
main two characters, the main guy and the rival guy, do a fusion. It's that's the matchup basically.
Yeah, there's a cool Omnimon in Rivals of Aether. That was a cool character. He did cool stuff. I'm in. I'm actually in. I'm just in on this one.
I'm actually kind
I'm
of
into
surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Well, they had to
Yeah,
do
this would be sick.
Vegito versus Gogeta instead.
Yeah, I was just
Obviously.
telling Matt about what Omnimon was.
Yeah, obviously it's the fusion between like the two main Digimon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Digimon. When I was a kid, I was more into Digimon than Pokemon.
Man, I'm so
I-
fucking excited for Time Stranger.
What?
It's the new Digimon game that's coming out. It's it is explicitly more like Cyber Sleuth than like the previous
Oh, that's good.
previous
Survivor
ones.
was interesting. I just
Survival was a visual novel disguised as like a
Yeah.
tactics RPG.
yeah, and I just I want to save everyone. I couldn't do that in the first place. It really stressed me out.
But yeah, this one, and obviously like I don't think this has been talked about yet, but like in terms of Gogeta versus Vegito, you could just probably use either realistically, because they're like when you get down to it, they're the same fucking character. They just have different moves they do. So
Yeah, they're big, strong DBZ guys. Like, who cares?
yeah, like if you want the real answer, it probably should be like Vegito versus Omnimon, because Vegito was the one who won the Death Battle versus Gogeta. Because again, that was an episode that happened. I'm never gonna get over that. But yeah, this one is like easily one of my most wanted. Like, I think this idea is so fucking cool, of the two big, super strong fusion characters fighting against each other.
I don't know if you're here for it, but I said I'm legit surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Well, like I said, probably should have happened over Gogeta versus Vegito, but
Yeah. Oh, go buddy. You still feeling a little sick?
I still got a nagging cough.
Yeah. It sucked. You definitely got. So you definitely got COVID, huh?
I don't know, actually. Like, it might have been COVID, it might have just been any fucking upper respiratory illness.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, next one. This one is another one y'all might not know.
I know about the guy on the
Familiar with
left,
SMT,
technically.
yeah.
The guy on the right looks familiar, but he could just be a white guy detective.
Yeah, this is just a white man. You've just put a picture of a white man on my screen. Like, what do you want from me?
Is this like Hot Columbo or what?
That is Raido Kuzunoha the 14th from Raido Kuzunoha the 14th.
Hellblazer?
Yeah, and that is
opening up that.
Constantine on the right. Constantine is DC's pretty much premier wizard detective.
I think I've seen him in a couple of comics. I think he showed up in Blue Beetle once.
Probably.
Yeah.
Constantine is extremely fucking cool.
Oh,
I mean-
Hellblazer is comics. Where do you start then? Where do you start in the year 2025 if you want to read Hellblazer?
That's a great question. But yeah, this is basically a matchup of two super overpowered wizard detectives. Because Raido Kozunoha is also a wizard detective.
By Irish and always pissed off.
So this is a wizard fight, but between like interesting characters who
From
might be able to carry it.
from between two Columbos, effectively.
Okay, I'm in. That's a really good pitch. Like that is a really good
It's a
pitch.
very good pitch, yeah.
Like, Raido is a little more subdued than like Columbo. But Constantine is extremely a Columbo-esque, like.
I mean,
Comparison.
look at the outfit that he's wearing. It legit did this look like a hot like Columbo kind of thing. Not to say Columbo's not hot, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, like the whole thing with Constantine in particular is like he can also pull people into, I think it's like called the Hall of Mysteries or something like that, which is like this constantly changing and warping, effectively like magical gift shop, I believe.
Nice. Nice.
It is a matchup that is so hard to justify happening because of how, like, obscure fucking Constantine, or not Constantine. Constantine's far more notable than Raido, but Raido is like he comes from an SMT spin-off that's not Persona.
Honestly, the only reason why I knew who that guy was because he showed up in a whole bunch of Switch 2 trailers recently.
He
And I
was,
could look at that and go, "That's SMT." Like, look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is like even if you didn't know anything about this guy in particular, if you like are familiar with the SMT art style even a little, there's like nothing that looks like this exactly but SMT. Like this is
Yeah.
just very clearly an SMT art.
I will say it has like a slight higher chance of like happening compared to some other super obscure matchups because this matchup was actually referenced in fucking Among Us versus Fall Guys.
Oh.
Like when they were doing like footage of Fall Guys, one of the users' name was like Raido Constantine or something like that, one of their usernames.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's just
That's fine. I like it.
It does kind of play into the problem a lot of death battles have had sort of recently, where it has a lot of cosmic characters, but if it's done well,
Yeah.
like it's a very different sort of cosmic tier that could be at play here. And most likely it isn't just them fucking punching each other.
Yeah, like kind of cosmic level power scaling exists on like on a bell curve where the bottom like as weak as possible to the left is two guys sitting in an empty room talking to each other, and you go up the bell curve, and then when you get to the very right it goes back down to two guys in the same room talking to each other. Like and in the middle is like messy wizard shit. But when you like really get down to it, what makes like I think like, and this is just personal taste, what makes a story of like two characters who are just like cosmic wizards doing stuff interesting is like when it turns into a conversational think piece because both characters kind of decide at the get-go like it is just like not worth getting into a wizard fight with this person.
Mm-hmm. Funny enough, a person that I know actually did a full-on fan script of this. Unfortunately, I don't think I can link it anymore because I don't know what their Blue Sky is, and I don't have their Twitter anymore, or I don't have Twitter anymore, but
That's okay. My
now for
geography just
something
goes up.
much lower scale.
Yeah, I saw these two.
This is the Jill render from NBC2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can't get that fighting game located.
Yeah, so this is Jill Valentine versus Aya Brea from or Aya Brea, I'm not entirely sure, from
Aya.
Parasite Eve.
Yeah. How is Jill winning this?
She has unblockables.
How is Jill winning this when she's not in a fighting game?
Fuck. I don't know.
Aya has like a ability in the first game where she turns into a god, basically.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
does a bazillion damage.
there's a whole power scaling debate, but
Yeah, I guess, but like Aya turns into a JRPG summon and kills.
yeah, but Jill
In
has
the
a rocket
gameplay.
launcher. But yeah, I mean, the through line here is basically just like survival horror protagonists. Like it's
Yeah, like I get why the matchup. I'm just like, this doesn't seem fair to Jill, is what I'd say.
Yeah, it does feel, I must admit, on its face, a little too lopsided to be super compelling.
I will say this matchup is very funny in that there was one person who, like, would spam this matchup, or not really spam, but, like, post this matchup under, like, every single Twitter post that Death Battle made.
Oh my god.
And, like, it didn't make the, like, staff mad. They, like, when it came up during a ballot banter, they just said, honestly, we almost have to do this just because of that guy's dedication.
Yeah, but like, what does he want out of it? Does he want Jill to die?
I mean, I think he just wants to see a cool fight.
Yeah, I guess. I respect that. I mean, I really do like both of these games, so I'd be like, wow. I feel bad, you know?
Jill Slide is pretty belligerent. Bato, dog, I brought up her unblockables and neither of these people care. They just didn't even care. Like, I'm on your side.
I'm sorry, bro. You talk about fighting games, I'm just like, huh? Wait, who?
Anyway, I'm assuming y'all have put your places on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in 50-50, mostly just because, like, I could see it, but I don't care. I don't know one of these characters, and the other is Jill Valentine. So, like, this is a matchup for someone that's not me. But again, a matchup for someone that is not me is not worse than 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, this next one's funny.
Yeah, I saw that. And I kind of dig it because I don't know who that guy's on the right, but like
That's Marks from Kirby.
Mark's Kirby.
that's what I thought it was, and I think this is a good matchup. It's just like a Kirby villain versus Kefter. I think that's great. You know?
I'm kind of surprised it hasn't happened yet, to be honest, because they both have like, they're both like clown shithead who kind of like tripped over cosmic godlike power, but just like kind of too much of a shitty little clown man to do anything like super impactful about it before they got washed by the protagonists. And I am saying that, like, I know what Kefka did, but, like, relative to kind of the weapons grade shit he was swinging around, he could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
This would be a long theme song. V for Vanity, someone did commission this, this track, from Brandon. It was, in fact, 18 minutes long.
Really 2 minutes bigger than the proper runtime of Dancing Mad, I think.
Yeah, this has been on Death Notes multiple times.
Yeah, surprised that hasn't happened yet. Genuinely.
Yeah,
It
I think
has
it'd be fun.
fallen off a little bit in popularity to a different Kefka matchup, and a different Marks matchup for that matter.
Well,
The other
elaborate.
Kefka matchup, I'm not a huge fan of. The other Marks matchup is fine. Which it's Marks versus Dementio from Super Paper Mario,
Yeah, I can see that.
and Kefka
So-
versus Loki from Marvel.
No.
Marvel! Let's go Marvel!
But yeah, I
I
prefer
know
this
that
one.
Loki's a sad clown, but not in that way.
Anyway, next one. I'm sorry, Matt.
Wait. Before the next one,
Yeah.
I have an aside.
Yeah.
Kind of like every so often when we're talking about one of these matchups, you mentioned like stuff falling in and out of favor, and like the feeling I'm getting is that like somewhere in a community you're familiar with that I'm not, there's like a kind of fantasy football death battle matchups thing where people like have discussions and opinions and favorites about matchups they like don't think will ever happen, but are in it for like the fantasy bracket. Is this real? Is this like a thing that's going on constantly in the background
it's
of the death battle community?
It's just people in the death battle community talking about like the matchups they want to see, and like ones
Fuck
get
yeah.
popular. I wouldn't say it's like fantasy football or anything, but it's just like, yeah, people talk about the ones they want to see.
People discussing their Blorbos, but Blorbos in this case is death battle matchup.
I know.
Very good, very good.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Matt.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. God!
I know who the one on the right is. I don't know who the left is.
That is Reze from Chainsaw Man.
Okay. It did look like Chainsaw Man art style. I just haven't really watched it.
Yeah, the kind of through line here is characters who form a bond with the main character and is later on shown to betray them, and that being said, that bond was still sort of real.
Okay. 'Cause
They
isn't
also-
the one on... Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Actually, I don't remember who she is on the right anymore.
That is Annie from obviously Attack on Titan. She's the female Titan, and Reze is Bomb Woman. She her head transforms into a bomb, and she has the power of bombs.
And that's why she kind of has like a grenade, like...
That is why
Yeah.
her choker has a grenade pin on it, because when she pulls
That's
it, her
cool.
head fucking explodes.
That's how it is.
Good for her. I really don't have any opinion on this.
My opinion, Kobani already knows my opinion, which is get Attack on Titan away from me.
This one, like, is so weird in terms of whether it could happen, because, like, Reze is a very important character in Chainsaw Man, and she very much could have an episode, but also, it's like, do you have a Chainsaw Man episode that's not, like, Makima or the main trio?
It's like, I feel like Chainsaw Man for me, like, I like Chainsaw Man. I'm not fully caught up on it. I got, kind of where I am with Chainsaw Man is I got to the end of the first arc and then decided I'm just going to wait for it to finish and then read it all in one go like a greedy little gremlin man. But, like, I feel like Chainsaw Man is one that I'm not super interested in watching death battles about, because, like, that's not what makes Chainsaw Man interesting.
Yeah.
Like, these characters getting into fights and power scaling is, like, so far the least interesting thing about Chainsaw Man.
I to a certain extent, I actually do agree. Obviously, I still want to see my, like, characters that I like on the show that I like. But yeah, like, especially with part 2, Chainsaw Man has started sort of veering into, just based on what's been doing, it has started sort of veering into the media I don't think should be on Death Battle. And then, granted, that's a very small list, and it takes a lot for that to sort of be there. But there are certain pieces of media that I just don't think should be power scaled.
Yeah, like Chainsaw Man kind of gets into stuff that so like it's subversive in a positive way in that Chainsaw Man wants to have some like pretty difficult discussions with like people who probably need to have them but aren't willing to engage in a lot of media that isn't shown in anime. And
Yeah.
like because of that, I think like the more you kind of like drag it into the general sort of power scaling stuff, you're kind of doing a disservice to the intent in a way. And like this is like a very hot take that I don't even think I would like. If someone pushed back even a little with like any strong argument, I'd be like, yeah, maybe that's a little too harsh. But I do think like sometimes maybe it's better to just like let people cook. Like not every character has to be an action figure you bash against other action figures.
Yeah, I do think Chainsaw Man, just by virtue of how it, like, Chainsaw Man is an action manga. Like, I think even though it does touch upon, like, very unique and interesting themes, it is still, like, that aspect of it.
Oh, for sure.
So to that extent, I do think, as it currently stands, I think Chainsaw Man is fine to be in Death Battle. Now, if you were to, like, talk about something like Fire Punch, that'd be different, right? But, because for as much as Chainsaw Man tackles those themes, Fire Punch is in a completely different fucking league.
Oh, for sure. And like I think Chainsaw Man is borderline. It like it gets pretty close to being like something that maybe it's like in better taste not to power scale it. But I do agree it's not like quite there. It just like at times it's not all the time, but at times it feels like it's not a shonen manga because it really wants to be. It's because like it needs to be to reach the specific person it's trying to reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically the point, to put it in a certain way, I don't feel bad I don't feel bad thinking about theoretical Chainsaw Man matchups in the same way I do thinking about fucking Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream in Death Battle.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
People think
Really
Am
do be
versus
making any matchups.
people think Am versus Calypso from Twisted Metal is a good thing.
Yeah, that is a great example of like you should not do this. You should not write a show. This is not a script that's going to pass like
Oh, yeah.
standards and practices. This isn't an episode you're going to be able to make.
Okay, you say that,
If you-
Anarchy. I am a power scaler. That's kind of the whole thing about this shit. Is Death Battle has turned me into a power scaler, for better or for worse. Mostly worse.
And I respect it. I think it's fun.
Anyways,
I do too.
we've kind of been talking about Chainsaw Man, which is really funny for the next matchup.
God.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Neutral. It's because those two were very popular around the same time. All that kind
This
of
dude's
stuff.
eating fingers. He's a finger eater. He's eating
Yeah.
fingers. Hey, what's in your
Yippee,
lunchbox?
Yippee.
I mean, there's the whole thing about, like, they're both have an inner thing and all that.
Yeah.
But one's a good boy. Like, one of the inner things is a good boy.
That is Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen V for Anarchy. But yeah, this is one that, like, I could totally see this, like, happening this year or next, to be totally real.
Yeah.
And, like, to be fair, not to get, like, too much into it again, I'm not gonna do the same thing 2 slides in a row. I do think of all the characters in Chainsaw Man titular, like, this character pictured on screen is the absolute most it's totally fine to, like, put him into shit doing whatever. Because, like, he is the Trojan horse to get people into it in a lot of ways.
True,
So, like,
yeah.
you can have Chainsaw Man in, like, Death Battle and it's totally fine. It works to the meaning of the original work and not to its detriment for him in particular to be fighting, like, the guy who sucks toes professionally.
Sucks toes!
Fingers are just the toes of the hands.
You know you're right, but you shouldn't say it.
It makes me sad hearing that. Can I go home?
Ironically, this is a hero versus hero matchup where, like, yeah, you could totally justify either of these characters killing each other. Denji fucking especially.
Yeah.
Denji
no,
would...
like-
Go ahead.
No, I'm disagreeing.
Denji would totally murk anyone if he got told to.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Like, legit.
Yeah,
Honestly, it is kind of surprising we haven't seen this exactly.
it is very weird that we got Makima versus Gojo first. But yeah, next up, a return to Digimon.
Digimon. Yeah, I see
Famous
it.
Digimon, Yu Narukami.
Yep, that's him. That's the Digimon.
No, I get this one. It's Cyber Sleuth is basically Persona
4.
SMT. Yeah. So I get it. I don't think it would be very interesting in my opinion.
It would be a very interesting summoning fight almost, because neither of these
Yeah.
characters really throw hands. Like, you can, but he mostly lets his personas do the work.
Yes, I can too.
Have you seen his jump? It's so true, Bato.
Narukami J2B is like a legendary mistake of a button. Like, people still, if you mention J2B to, like, a Persona player, you can carbon date the exact game they started playing Persona at by their reaction to its mention.
But yeah, this one's just a big. They are they're both the silent protagonists, and they are both detectives, effectively.
And they both go into another world, and it's modern day-ish, and all that kind of stuff.
And they're both summoners. I do like this one a lot, just partially because I do want more Digimon on the show, but also, like, I think this sort of summoning-based fight where they're throwing their big monsters at each other could make for a very interesting fight. It's kind of a...
It's nothing bad. There's more interesting things for me to watch. So I'd watch it and I'd be like, well, it's cool. But that's about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Matt?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about J2B. Yeah, I put it in 50-50.
Alright, well, we can just move on to the next one then.
I like this one.
Fuck
This
yes.
one's good.
Now we're talking.
This one I really
This
like.
is
I
peak.
saw it.
This is
I would love to see it. I don't know if it's gonna be like, I don't think I'm surprised that it hasn't yet, but I would really want to see it.
This one is so
this lives with
fucking
Slayer
fun.
Dimitri for me, and, like, the top of should probably happen.
Yeah. Like, I love these two guys. They're just little shitbags. Yeah, go ahead.
I will say this does have a pretty decent chance of happening because they did a cast on it a while back.
Oh.
But it was like shockingly involved because they made up a fucking calling card from Lupin before the show
Nice.
started and posted on Twitter.
Okay, you know what? That justifies me putting it in surprise it hasn't happened. Then thank you,
I'm gonna
Kobani.
put that there as well. I love these two guys. I love being a sneaky little guy. Like Sly Cooper games are fantastic. Where did I put him? I've lost Sly Cooper.
Lupin is the character. I think like there are some characters where it's like, God, I want to see him interact with like every other
Yeah.
character I know, and Lupin is like near the top of the list. I don't think there's any character I'm sure exactly how it would go, but I would love for someone else to make that choice and show me content where it happens.
Yeah. And chat's been talking about like it not like them not wanting an actual fight. It's kind of the thing where like it would be a fight, but also it'd be very different. It'd sort of be a similar energy to a theoretical Spy versus 47 fight, where
Yeah.
they are fighting, but it's a very different energy and take on it.
Yeah, I like death battles that kind of have to operate on a slightly different tilt than most of them. I think some of them have just been the best when they're kind of creatively forced to not just have the action figures hit each other really hard.
I would be into this. Yeah.
This is easily up there and like my most wanted. Honestly, I love this matchup so much. Can you believe the Sly's most popular opponent before this was fucking Ruse the Bat?
I hate
Yes,
it, but I can see that.
I
You know?
can.
It's so fucking boring.
It's
Yeah, but I
boring,
can
yeah.
believe it.
Anyway, speaking of action figures slapping each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is from Chrono Trigger, right?
That is Magus from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. See, for a second it was just two Toriyama characters.
It is two Toriyama
Oh.
characters doing the exact
You
same
got it in
fucking
one.
face.
It's
Yeah.
that's this matchup. It's two Toriyama characters. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. 50-50. It would probably be good.
I
But
like
I don't care.
I like this one just by virtue of getting Chrono Trigger on the show.
Yeah.
And I mean I like Magus, but in terms of like Piccolo matchups, like Piccolo is such dog shit spread in terms of matchups. Like he has Knuckles or Martian Manhunter.
No, that's fantastic. I want to see him fight Martian Manhunt. This is Chrono Trigger. He's kind of like the bad guy, but not.
Yeah, the whole thing is like bad guys turned reliable allies.
Yeah, because he can become a character that joins your party, but he's like one of the first big optional ones. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Piccolo of Chrono Trigger. This next one's so fucking funny.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I am just surprised this hasn't happened yet. Literally
Who's the
surprised this
guy
hasn't
on the
happened.
right?
That's Red from the Godzilla creepypasta.
Who?
Red.
Red. Iconic
Yeah, but
demon, Red. I said Red Demon on Death Battle and Kobani wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah. Because he's called Red. That's his name.
yeah, but like
I hope
who?
you read your last words. So I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I don't know
They're
who he
both
is.
iconic creepypasta characters is basically it. Iconic creepypastas
Yeah.
that haunt the game cartridge.
Okay.
They're like so much the like guys that people talk about from creepypasta in terms of anything like this that I am not surprised this hasn't that I am surprised this hadn't happened yet. Like
Yeah.
if they
Let's
want
get
to
around
reach the
instead.
creepypasta demo, it is this matchup exactly.
It's
Guess.
it's
I prefer
probably
Ben Drown.
just the fact that like using creepypasta in Death Battle is so fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a fan work of a fan work at that point, you know?
Yeah. It's similar to like to a kind of lesser extent because the one I'm about to talk about is much more structured, but it's similar to using like SCP on Death Battle.
Yeah.
It's similar to using Devil May Cry on Death Battle. Devil May Cry is fan fiction of the Bible. Like,
but
we
this
really
one's
get down to it.
this one's so fucking funny. I want it to happen so bad.
Yeah, I think this could generate a very good episode. I actually do. Because it's another one of those things where, like, creepypasta is, like, so dumb brackets complimentary. It's, like, fucking
Yeah.
stupid. And it's stupid in a way that would make them write a good death battle.
It's and obviously you have to play completely 100% straight, right? Like
Yeah, it's a haunted ROM hack of a death battle, whatever, you know?
haunted
The death
VHS
battle's
tape.
haunted.
I think it'd be funny if they have it at the Creepypasta Mansion, which is totally a real thing that everyone on Tumblr made. And they're just fighting over like a completely mundane creepypasta thing. Yeah. I'm just on the opinion that I don't know who Rewrite is, and I think Ben Drowned is more popular, but that's because I'm a Zelda guy. So I know, shocking.
Anyway, here's where I shoot Matt with a fucking gun.
Wait, before you shoot me,
Yeah,
as a
right.
pitch. The death battle, they announced a Sonic versus Godzilla death battle, and they promoted it the entire time. And then when it comes out, the death battle's haunted, and it's this one.
That's kind of funny.
What would also be base as fuck is if during the next time trailer they played the Kefka laugh and have it hold on that black screen for a bit before revealing it's Sonic.exe.
Yeah, isn't like the Kefka laugh like a staple in like a whole bunch of creepypasta
Yes,
guys?
because the writer for Sonic.exe fucking said that Sonic laughed like that clown from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
And so every fan game maker just inserted the fucking Kefka laugh. It's so fucking funny. Anyway, like I said, here's where I shoot him out with a gun.
Cute.
God, just leave me alone, Koba. I'm so sick of this.
I want this to happen. This is the
I'm
reason
surprised this
why I
hasn't
got so
happened yet.
invested into death battles.
I'm really surprised this hasn't happened yet, to be honest.
I want it.
It probably hasn't happened yet because Springtrap has like 10 million fucking possible opponents.
Yeah, too popular. His fight schedule is booked straight for the next 2 years.
I want to see two funny little shits fight each other.
It's so fucking fun. And yeah, Abject Horror nailed exactly why I want this. I want the Death Battle crew to have to explain to a bunch of normies who watch their fucking videos the stupid bullshit.
Is a zombie ghost as well.
The stupid bullshit that happens in FNAF and Danganronpa.
I love it. Please,
drag them down into the dirt with us. They need to. They need to understand that this is the sort of shit that I have to talk about.
Please, I want it. It would be so funny.
It's so fucking funny. I love this so much.
Yeah, this isn't surprised it hasn't happened yet, but like derogatory.
I don't know if it'll ever happen. But God. Anyway, talking about self-service matchups. Oops.
I know who the guy on the right is because of a guess I made. It's Percy. It's Percy from the Critical Role. I know these guys.
I watched like all of the animated show with my roommates, so I actually know all about Percy and his wild misadventures.
I don't know anything about him except that there was like 50 cosplayers cosplaying him at Supernova. So I really knew who he was.
Without spoilers, sorry, Kobuddy. I interrupted you like 3 times.
I was just gonna say his fucking gun that has a list of names on it.
Yeah, he's a warlock artificer who's
Hmm.
like classic edgy revenge soft boy who wants revenge, and but is like kind of a soft boy nerd, but he's like really edgy because he's a warlock with a gun, and like on his magic gun on the barrels that he has his like warlock patron in, like he signed a deal with the devil kind of, and it lives in his revenge gun, and he has like the names of the people he wants revenge on like carved into the side.
Yep.
Yeah. Good for him. I hope he kills them all. And all has.
I mean, the whole thing about Percival's story is that it's a classic, like, revenge is a feudal game kind of thing.
Yeah,
but-
he
Good for
grows and
him. I
learns
hope
as
he
a
kills
person. It's a
everyone.
satisfying character arc. Percy's fine.
Yeah.
and it's kind of same thing with Aki, because Aki's
Yeah.
whole thing was like,
He
I
wants
mean,
revenge.
yeah,
'cause
he
of the
wants
gun
revenge
devil.
against, like, generic, just devils in general, but...
But he really hated the gun devil.
Yeah, the gun devil.
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
Shut up.
They're both also like they made contracts with things. Obviously Percival with Orthas and Aki with the Fox Devil and later the Future Devil. Yeah, this one's like it's what I really like. I don't know what the chances of Critical Role getting on the show are.
Probably higher than you'd think since the cartoon did good, but like probably
was-
not this matchup.
There was so many Critical Role cosplayers at Super Memory. I can't understate how many. Like, it is actually quite popular, Critical Role.
Yeah, like, so I don't talk about it a lot on stream because it's like just kind of doesn't come up with the content I stream or the demographic I stream to. I live in like a D&D household. I play D&D once a week with my roommates. It's been the same campaign for like 7 years. Just a really long-standing campaign. There's a lot of D&D talk around the kitchen when getting coffee in the morning, that sort of stuff. So like I'm aware that Critical Role, even before the cartoon, was like one of the most popular D&D things within the D&D community.
Yeah.
And it only got like a bigger audience when the animation was good and people liked it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it helps. Obviously, the animation is like probably the most accessible way of like enjoying Critical Role, because otherwise you have to watch 50 sessions of like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's basically why I haven't done it. I used to be in a tabletop podcast. I hated editing it. I don't want to listen to any more tabletop podcasts, no matter how good they are.
Critical Role has honestly transcended D&D now. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they've got their own like fucking system now based on their campaigns.
Yeah. And legitimately, that's fantastic. Make D&D more accessible to people.
I hear
think
it
that's
also
great.
like Daggerheart is actually apparently like really fucking good too, but
Yeah.
I
just don't want to
Season
watch
4
the
trailer just came out.
podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, where do y'all slam this?
I'm into
into
it.
it.
I don't know any of them, but I think it'd be cool for both of them to exist.
This one is one I also like a lot. Whoops, that's too far back.
Oh, I see.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter versus Bloodborne.
Hunter from Bloodborne versus Hunter from Monster Hunter. Yep.
Yeah.
This one's sick, actually. This is peak.
I like it. I think it'd be cool if it was just like the Dragonborn versus the Chosen Undead.
Mm-hmm.
These two characters have a really significant Venn diagram overlap in that I mistime my dodge roll and lose on the spot with
Yeah, I mean, this is one where, like, obviously the writing is gonna be fucking nothing, right? Like, they're both silent characters, but...
This is the most action figures being slapped
Yes.
against each other out of, like, any matchup of all time, but I'm in there for it.
But both the action figures are very fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're action figures that I like, so I'm into it, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm back.
this is one where, like, there's so much you can do that obviously a lot of it probably is not going to show up in the animation. but kind of like Dragonborn versus Chosen Undead, there's definitely, like, you can get most of it.
I think it's cool.
Monster Hunter is gonna become a worm baby. Yeah, now time for the one that I accidentally skipped towards.
Aren't they actually doing this? Like, this is the one where it's secretly true, right?
No.
Yeah. But it's true, though.
No, this has not been confirmed in any capacity. It showed up on the Tournament of Champions.
Oh, well,
It's
but
real.
that's about
it's
it.
gonna happen.
I'm surprised this hasn't happened. Two things are true at once, and they seem contradictory. I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet. This is fucking stupid.
I love this matchup.
It is like the washest of all washes of all time. This is like
Yeah, from Monokuma.
Coughing
You're right.
Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb.
Yeah, no, Monokuma kicks Koro Sensei's ass. You're so right, Matt. I'm not being facetious at all. The common agreed winner on this.
No, I know. Like, that's
okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, it's just you would think it's the other way around for sure.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like this guy can fly around at Mach 88 or whatever and like blows up half the moon, but like Danganronpa is like fucking stupid.
Sure
like
is.
You gotta understand.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like you wouldn't believe it, but it is like that.
One guy shits so hard he calls it basically a nuclear explosion. Danganronpa's a lot.
But like, what's interesting about this death battle is like, from like both sides of the argument are understandably convinced that it's 100-0 sweep. Like, I know why Assassination Classroom, aka ass class, like Emily likes to say, would think Koro Sensei takes it, and I know why the Danganronpa character actually probably takes it, but like, I think it would generate a good episode of television. This would be good television. Like, the death battle's dumb, and it's very one-sided, but like, I want to watch it anyway. Like, I know what happens. I know what happens in DBZ. I'm still gonna turn the episode on.
For me, it would generate sort of a similar energy as to, like, this is gonna sound insane. It generates a similar energy to, Discord versus Bill Cipher.
No, I get it.
Because I think the potential, and again, this is gonna sound insane, the potential writing for this, I think, is so fucking fun. Because you have Monokuma doing evil Monokuma shit, while Koro Sensei is effectively the hero of the fight.
Yeah, I think it would be good to watch. I think I would enjoy watching it.
Yeah, in terms of, like, Danganronpa episodes, this probably has the highest chance of, like, being an actual episode. This goes back to something I said a while ago, in terms of talking about the Tournament of Champions. So this is the one I voted for in its bracket. And then when it actually won that bracket against fucking Luz from Owl House versus On from Amphibia, to everyone's fucking shock. And then in the next bracket, there was this long-standing tie between every version of Ryu versus every version of Goku, and Madoka versus Sailor Moon. And I pointedly refused to take my vote off of this to break the tie. I was not moving out of this goddamn chair. But yeah, it's one I like a lot. It's just like, as much as I shit on it, I do like Danganronpa.
Yeah, I think Danganronpa is I've played lots of Danganronpa games and I have enjoyed them. It's stupid though. It's dumb. You gotta
extremely
like
stupid.
you need to be able to lean into it. You need to be able to take it where it is and meet it where it's at. But if you can, pretty fun.
But yeah, speaking of characters that I think are fucking stupid but like a lot.
It's Tagoro. I know him.
Yeah, that is in fact Elder Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho versus Mahito.
Death Eater guy, right?
I mean they're both like kind of immortal devil characters that like constantly manipulate their body.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I think that's cool. I just don't know anything about them.
I mean, you at least know a little bit about Mahito because of the episode, but
Yeah. But that's about it. I don't know much about them. I'm sorry.
they're also both like they're cocky assholes who constantly abuse the fact that they can't die and constantly like abuse the weak and all that shit, and but also are like massive pussy bitches when they're actually about to die.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Basically, that's it. I think if you think it's cool, I'm happy to see it. But I just, like, this two guys basically to me.
This is basically the one that like if Mahito were to return, which I don't entirely know that he needs to. Obviously, a matchup where like it's slightly more fair compared to feeding him to Shigaraki would be interesting, but
Yeah.
if he were to
I think
come
that's
back,
fine.
this would be the one I would want, effectively.
Both of them are awful needed. I like that.
What about you, Matt?
I think a matchup between like two nasty, stinky guys who lose body parts and then put them back on is going to be a good time. I think I'm into it. The couple of shitty fellas who I hate having the worst time with each other. Sign me up.
Yeah, very body horror focused episode, even more so than Shigaraki versus Mahito was.
Yeah, I'm very into it.
Who's the leading matchup for younger Toro Girl? Probably younger. Yujiro from Baki is like the main one. And now we have a series that Matt is intimately familiar with.
JoJo, is that a JoJo's reference?
That is a JoJo's reference, miniature Matthew.
What does Armstrong even do here?
So that's the kind
game plan?
That's kind of the entire debate, is that like Armstrong is so massively stronger and faster than Funny Valentine. But does that matter against Funny Valentine's stupid horse piss?
Yeah, D4C is like a classic endgame JoJo's puzzle stand where like you can't actually beat it under normal circumstances. You need to be a JoJo's protagonist that pulls some horse piss. Like that's just kind of what a lot of enemy stands are for like the main antagonists. D4C is like that and even more so in a lot of ways.
I cannot remember. Is it D4C or is it Love's Train that's like the buffed version of Funny Valentine's stand?
D4C is the base version.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like because he could like pull alternate dimensional versions of himself and shit.
Yeah,
I know, like, Fully Valentine is so absurd in his fucking powers.
Like, it's just like Armstrong could beat him up 1,000 times and it just doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter at all. Armstrong just doesn't have the toolkit to deal with a character like this. But that being said, I would watch the shit out of this.
Oh, yeah!
This would be fucking peak.
Like,
This
that
would be such a good death battle.
that's kind of the thing, right? Is like for me, fucking debatability and the who would win part is one of the least interesting parts of Death Battle. I just want to see these characters interact because I think these characters
Yes.
interacting would be so fucking fun.
God, it would rule.
Because these are two characters with very strong personalities.
I don't know much about either, but I would be happy to be there.
Mm-mm. Just have it be a political debate. In all honesty, that would probably be how the matchup, like the fight starts. Is they're at a political debate and then Armstrong just starts throwing hands. But yeah, like, as someone who is not into JoJo's, like, this is probably my most wanted JoJo's matchup.
This one would be very good.
Anyway, don't worry, Sonia, we're gonna get a matchup that you know a little bit more about now.
Yay! Yay! The box!
Who opened it?
I came!
I think this rules. I don't know as much about, Pinhead, but I know enough that, I think this rocks, because it's all about punishment of, this your little shit, you must die. I came. I think this is peak. I'd love it.
I'm in. I'm like very in.
The
And it'd
obviously
be so easy. They could just use the Dead by Daylight models.
obviously kind of the big question of like one character in particular in this matchup is, can you even realistically use Pyramid Head in a death battle? Like, just by virtue of what it is.
It could be that James opens the box.
Yeah, that would be, if I were to be the one who writes this, that would basically be how I write it.
And it's whoever does the most torment wins and also kills each other. I think that makes a lot of sense. And also they just put Pyramid Head in fucking everything these days anyway.
Yeah!
Like, Pyramid is supposed to be like just a general source of like, you fucked up, I gotta kill you now.
Yeah, I do feel like the sort of argument of whether or not Pyramid Head works in a thing like this kind of falls apart the moment they put him in Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah, and also like he does show up in other Silent Hill games.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
I was gonna say, much to the chagrin of every Silent Hill fan, yeah.
Yes, it's controversial as heck, and it makes no sense, in a lore point of view, but he is just there, you know?
Yeah, like
One
at
of the
some
main
point when a
characters
character
is
gets
one.
used in a different way like this guy so many times, like at some point you just gotta accept that they've changed the writing about the character.
Mhm.
Like it is diverted from the original vision of who this character was supposed to be. Now he is the big pointy man with the large sword that shows up sometimes.
Yeah, and then if they don't use him, they make a weird rip-off version of him anyway, which is kind of boring, but that's unsurprising because like Silent Hill hasn't figured out what their identity is in a bazillion years.
Yeah.
So, that's the entire
Yeah.
thing. But I would love this. I think it would be great. I think they should fight and fuck.
I mean, that's basically the same thing for Pyramid or Pinhead, really. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously using Pyramid Head all is like a bit weird. This matchup is leagues better than Pyramid Head's original fucking matchup.
And which was?
You can probably guess it just based on like horror trends.
Jason Voorhees.
No, it's
Freddy
just
Krueger.
it's just
Freddy?
fucking Nemesis.
Okay.
Oh, video games.
They
Video
are
games.
both video game horror monsters.
Video games. Marvel.
Yeah. I get it. I guess because the two big horror franchise. But I was thinking of Pinhead instead of Pyramid Head because I thought you said Pinhead, which now makes much more sense. Yeah, it's not great, but I guess I get it. It's like a relentless thing going after what the main character. That's about it. One of them, yeah.
Plus, Nemesis kind of has like a lot of other opponents that also fit that same relentless theme, but also match much better. Like
Yeah,
fucking...
there's like a reason. There's an entirely different reason why Pyramid exists than most of the other relentless guys.
Like, a guilty pleasure matchup of mine for Nemesis that's not on here. And it would never happen in a million years because of just how much of a wash it is the fucking Nomu from My Hero Academia!
The Jobber Deluxe, the robot built to job.
The robot built the job that will fucking annihilate Nemesis and make him a smear on the floor in 5 fucking seconds. Because he was meant to fight All Might.
Yeah, the thing is, Nemesis goes against regular people on the most part. And that's what makes him scary, because that's horror. That's horror. Full stop. But yeah, I just want. This does make me happy.
Anyway,
watch this for sure.
Back to appealing to Matt.
Spinal, Cervantes, I love these guys. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Surprises hasn't happened yet. Just kind of actually. I feel like these are two of the fighting games that had greater, broader reach. Just kind of due to Killer Instinct being very popular in American arcades at the time, and Soul Calibur being a fighting game that was very accessible on early, well, not early, I guess early at this point, it's 2025, early 3D consoles that people, like, really got into. So these are both, like, characters that if there was a matchup, I would think people would know both characters, maybe be into. It's the two very popular pirates from KI and Soul Cal.
Cervantes is a little shit. I love him.
Yeah, the whole through line here is undead pirates, right? Like, and that alone is such a cool selling point.
This would be a very, very... There's also, like, a lot to draw from in the way these characters fight in their games to create a very fun-to-watch death battle. Because Spinal has a lot of teleports, and Cervantes moves very far with, like, Psycho Crusher drills.
Yeah.
So the way these two characters would move... He has a gun. He has a gun. So the way they would move around each other, I think, would be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you can have the whole fight, like, happen, like, on a ship, like a sinking ship.
This would be good. This is peak.
It has a lot of very fun potential.
Yeah, I don't know much about Killer Instinct guy, but Cervantes is fun. He's just a guy who just had Soul Edge because he was a shit. I like it.
Now,
and then he left Maxi.
In hindsight, before I hit the next slide, because I kind of just realized this. Have both of you played Persona 5, or at least consumed Persona 5?
Yeah.
I played it like halfway but didn't finish it. But like I think at this point, if I was emotionally invested enough in not being spoiled, I think like this is actually the exact moment. Like I haven't even thought this before, but I do think it now. This is the exact moment where I no longer care about being spoiled on Persona 5.
Okay.
Like Friday, August 8th at 9:18 p.m. is when I am making the decision that I no longer care about being spoiled about Persona 5. So let's do it.
And to follow up the question for Sonia, vanilla Persona or Persona 5 Royal? What was that?
I know about both.
Okay.
Like I knew about all the twists before it came out in English because I had a friend who was very dedicated to it. That being said, I don't actually really know who that guy is on the right.
Yeah, like I know the one on the left.
Me too. That's
I
Emily.
know the one on the left. I know.
So yeah, that is Maruki. From one of the Persona 5 Royal Extra content that got added.
Okay.
His whole thing is he is a therapist who wants to obviously take care of every people's grief and all that. And the whole thing is that later on, when Yaldabaoth merges Mementos with the real world, thank you for the raid, Jeffa Ghost. Sorry, I forgot what my new raid my new raid sound alert was. And the whole thing is when Yaldabaoth merges Mementos with the real world, he awakens to a persona, and he uses that persona to effectively remake the world where everyone's grief is in fact gone, and everything bad that happened to people gets undone. So if you know Strive's story and I know story, you probably can see how that correlates.
I don't.
The Guilty Gear story gets to like pretty weird places past like I want to say Guilty Gear 2, but like I'm not actually I didn't fully engage with the Strive story. I do believe a big thing about Eno is that like well kind of the big thing about Gear is that like kind of diegetically in universe the source code for Guilty Gear is accessible by the characters and they interpret it as like a weird place they can't quite understand called the backyard, and they interact with the backyard and it's functionally understood to be them interacting with like the source code for Guilty Gear. And like her thing is that she fucks around in the backyard a lot. Like she for various reasons is doing the same sort of like rewriting the code of reality kind of that this guy does.
Yeah, so the big thing with I know specifically in Strive is that she was effectively created from a wish from the like collective unconsciousness to erase all pain in the world and all that. So, and then there was the whole thing about how the first person, I forget, the sorcerer or whatever he was called, split that wish into I know and effectively took on that power and became Happy Chaos.
Oh my god, I love fighting game lore. They're so ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot about Guilty Gear, but effectively the whole through line here is they are both characters that gain omnipotent godlike powers that seek to erase people's grief and pain and all that jazz.
Also, Eno is like Axel's girlfriend, but on an alternate timeline, sort
Yes,
of.
that too.
Like, Axel fell through time, and it didn't fucking matter at all ever, but he was in the first game, so it had to be important eventually, and then they finally decided, you know what, fuck it, the girlfriend we haven't heard of for the entire series, it was Eno, but like a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked up.
Split into Emily and Homestuck, that's like right.
You're right, but you shouldn't say it. But yeah, this is a very recent like matchup, I guess. Like it kind of has to be just by virtue of Strive and Royal being very recent games. Because I know's whole thing didn't really get revealed until Strive.
Yeah, basically until Strive, her job in the story was that man was not available to show up ever, so she showed up and kind of just did the shit he wanted to be accomplished. Like, she was just kind of like a go-between for the video game and Asuka, who is like that man at that point in time. Because Guilty Gear decided that that's how Soul would refer to him for most of the franchise. And because they never like named him properly, that man became his like proper in-lore name. Guilty Gear's cool.
Yeah. To give a little context too about like what I know's popular matchups before Strive were like, they were like D-Mix from Kingdom Hearts, the guitar water guy, or Lord Raptor, the guitar zombie guy from Darkstalkers.
Yeah, that's really all she was like, she had a guitar, and she was a bad guy, and she was a boss character sometimes. Her lore, like, really did not get expanded until Strive.
Yeah.
Even a little.
But, yeah, obviously this one is very recent, so who knows whether it has a chance of happening. But it's one I do like a lot, both because, like, Guilty Gear mention, also, you know, I like Persona. I actually do like Maruki a lot. I think in terms of, like, the royal content, Maruki is a very good addition. He's a very interesting, compelling villain.
I'm nodding. I actually don't know much about him as we figured that out, but you know, I think that's cool. That's it. I think it's cool. And I like
Guilty
to
Gear
watch my
mentioned, so
friends
like,
listen,
I want to watch it.
talk about stuff, yeah.
But yeah, with that in mind, we are at the end of all these matchups. So, if y'all would do me a favor and take a screenshot of your finished tier list.
Of course.
And post it in the Discord, and I can give it to chat.
Tiers are in no particular order.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, on the same
Matt!
kind of.
Wait a minute, Matt! You
What?
said you would only put one matchup in Super Hell.
I put one franchise into Super Hell.
See, I also had the D tier. I kind of forgot where I put stuff after a bit because I didn't realize at first I was supposed to be putting them into tier lists. I thought it was like a collective tier list, so it might be different from what I said. But yes, this is
Thanks, Ryakma. There is Matt's tier list, and I'll also obviously be posting these Blue Sky, but with that in mind, what do y'all think the since I mentioned there being a theme for all these matchups, and this one is a very all-encompassing one, I guess, to say, that may make it hard to guess for, like, the first one, but we'll see.
So there's like a through line between all of these matchups, is what you're saying.
Yes.
the disguise.
I will give you a hint and say it's something I have mentioned quite a bit during this entire stream.
It's matchups that some degree of the community want to see.
Honestly, that's gonna be like any one we'd probably do if we do this more, but
this is a new matchup that used to have old weird ones.
So excuse me. I'm just gonna say it because it is such a sort of fucking, I'm trying to think of the word here, but you'll probably figure it out where when I say it. It's just a vague, these are all matchups I really like and would like to see happen.
You know, that makes sense. You were defending about a bunch of it.
I did in fact say, like, in a lot of them, I really like this matchup. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably have slightly more defined themes going on, but I figured for like the first
I'd
one,
like to see what the Crow Bunny tastes are. They're all in the top 2 for you, I'm guessing.
host bias.
Host bias.
Yeah, I don't have like a full list or like anything, but if you go on my Blue Sky, I did post like a list of favorite like franchise matchups and least favorite. It's like way back, but we could probably just find that. In the meantime, though, while I close out all these tabs, what did y'all think of this sort of
It's fun.
stream
Nice and
idea
chill
we're
just to
doing?
talk about opinions. Unless you mean
Yeah, I had
chat.
a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, both y'all and chat, like.
Sometimes it's nice to just kind of talk and do nothing else other than talk. I like that.
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
I feel the same way. Sometimes it's nice to just be like just be here in like, you know, just be somewhere. Like engaging with people that are fun to interact with without like a whole lot of stakes to it. Just having a good discussion about something interesting.
Oh, damn. Huh. There was actually one matchup that I did not that somehow got lost in all this. I guess I just never saved the image.
Damn.
What
was it?
It was Flowey versus the Princess versus Slay the Princess.
Okay, I see it.
I got reminded of it because I was scrolling through my Blue Sky timeline, and I saw the image of when Black Tabby Games posted about Deathbound matchups, where they started randomly posting and creating Yuri of Monica and the Princess because those are Flowey's 2 most popular opponents. It was a weird time on r/Deathbound matchups. I'll post in Discord. But yeah, I don't know why. Because I distinctly remember making the thumbnail for that, but I guess I just didn't save it. Who the fuck am I gonna raid over to?
Intimidating flower. That's me. I'm the evil intimidating flower.
Sure, I'm gonna raid Octo. What should the raid message be? Should it just be the evil and intimidating flower? I think it's just the evil and intimidating flower.
Why can't there be a freeway death battle? You're so right.
I mean, they have done those kind of, but they're usually same series matchups. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the raid button. Later, y'all. We'll see if we continue to do this. Probably won't be on a like week-to-week basis, just because I need time to make all these thumbnails.